What up, man? Yeah. Bearded conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hating? You already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcasting live and they love it, but don't judge us. Bearded conversation, homie, tap in.
All my overseas brothers and sisters and all my in-state melanated brothers and sisters. Welcome to another episode of Bearded Conversation, man. Today is Wild Ass Wednesday. We are in the building. First and foremost, big up to all my followers, fans, viewers, and subscribers. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video, y'all. Hey, secondly, big ups to the best moderators in the game. Y'all know who they are. Young boy Maya Bucks, Master Teacher Fox Die, TLS, Preston McKenzie, aka P-Mac. We got Coach Ricky, Club Can't Get In, Big Frank, Gare Bear, Diablo, Marco, Uncle Pete, man, and my big bro, Professor Remo, bringing up the rear for show. And if I forgot you, big shout out to you. And we can't forget about them queens. We got the First Lady, Miss Gigi Gaming Palace. We got Miss Star Wars Marcus LLC, Miss Kimber. We got Big Dog. We got the beautiful Miss Aja Brooks. And last but not least, we got the Queen Goddess, Miss CC Craven, Caroline, y'all. Hey, man, big ups to everybody, man. And don't forget to patronize those melanated businesses, man. 5 melanated businesses. Lynn Chicago Pizza, Dan Soul Food and Bakery, Cafe where grown folks play, Urban Lux Cafe, and the House of Health and Wellness, y'all. Hey, man, we got to support each other, man. Without support, all this shit that we come together and talk about every day, it ain't gonna get us nowhere, man. Whether we having fun or not, we got to support. Hey, man, big ups to Ray 636 in the building. Big ups to Miss CC in the building. Hey, man, and big ups to everybody else that's gonna fall through, man. Hey, y'all know what I like to do. Get myself together, man, and collect my thoughts and my notes and let y'all hear the theme song without my beautiful voice all on it. So, without any further ado.
Yeah, we coming off the block with this one. Yes, sir. Yeah. What up, man? Yeah. Bearded conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hating? You already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcasting live and they love it, but don't judge us. Bearded conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hating? You already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcasting live and they love it, but don't judge us. Damn. Got it off the block, forming a dynasty from a rock. Laid back in the cut, press play, can't get enough. Yo, let's chop it up in every location. A bearded conversation, opportunity keep knocking like child support payments. Started from the bottom like basements, now we famous. Podcast official, the topic will probably hit you from a distance like a pistol. Subscribe so you can listen to survival of the fittest. We talking it how we living it. Rolling like a dealership, managing several businesses. T-shirts, podcast, no, you don't need a membership. Just follow us on YouTube, Knowledge Supreme Infinite. Chicago got a zipping excited, let's talk about it. Going live, check your notifications so you can holler. Or leaving in the comments, debate it, just being honest. Chicago topics, grow our views, we supersonic. Big Angus Congress, circle back round like every week. Tell a friend off the block, it's where we meet. Bearded conversation, homie, tap in.
Yeah, why you hating? You already know we locked in the world's greatest. Broadcasting live and they love us, but don't judge us. Got it off the block, giving it back.
The hood lover.
Hey,
conversation, homie,
tap in.
Why you hating?
You already know we locked in
the world's greatest.
Broadcasting live and they love us, but don't judge us. Got it off the block, giving it back.
Come on. The hood lovers. Got it off the block, giving it back. The hood lovers. Broadcasting live. Off the block, giving it back. Bearded conversation off the block, giving it back. Bearded conversation off the block, giving it back. Bearded conversation off the block, giving it back.
Yo. Welcome to another episode of Bearded Conversation, y'all. Today is Wild Ass Wednesday. Hey, it's your boy Beard Genghis Khan, aka Khan the Don, BKA Mr. BGK. Welcome everybody to the party tonight, man. Welcome everybody to the party. Big up for Miss Bonta, man. She missed the stream last night. She came on as we was leaving. I hope the queen is able to get in the building tonight. Man, yesterday was fun, man. You know what I'm saying? We talked about getting our own country and shit. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? We laid down a few rules and shit like that. Big ups to Hurricane, man. Big ups to my man TMB Monkey, man. You know what I'm saying? That fell through and jumped on the panel. You know what I'm saying? We had hey, well listen, and you know what? We didn't agree on everything. There were some differences. And I was dead ass with a lot of shit that I was saying, and I know TMB Monkey Man, and I definitely know Hurricane was. And if three different, like you know, if we could come together and really do that, I know it was for theoretical, hypothetical instances. I understand that, but if we could come together and do that for real, bro, oh my goodness, man, that's just man. But listen, y'all know how I like to start every show, man. Let's keep everyone in our thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations. Let's keep everyone in our thoughts, our prayers, our views, and meditations. One last time, let's keep everyone in our thoughts, our prayers, our views, and meditations, man. That's people we come in contact with on a daily basis. You know, people we're cordial with. Our families, our extended families, more especially our Bearded Conversation, our Bearded Studios, and our Bad TV family. It's a lot going on out here, man. You know, I can't say it enough. You know, senseless violence, just natural shit, you know, worldly shit, and just, you know, just a lot of things, man. So, you know, again, it's always good to, you know, just resonate and put that good energy out in the air, you know? You feel me? Hey, and also, man, don't forget those key components of life that I think we all should be mastering. You know, and that's love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration. One more time, that's love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration. And for those in the back that wasn't listening and was doing some you ain't had no business doing, that's love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration. And like I say every day, man, we're gonna sprinkle a little E40 on that thing. You know what I'm saying? And sprinkle a little support on it, man. Cause a little support for a long, 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 long way, y'all. You feel? We gotta support each other, man. If we don't support each listen, how we plan on having such a great infrastructure or such great systems without, you know, the support. And it's gotta come from us, you know, because the fear of everything and everybody that's against us, shit, we know we ain't getting no support from them. You know what I'm saying? And that's the crazy part, y'all. Like we know what the fuck going on, man, but we choose just not to, you know, for whatever reason, good or bad, or whether you got some type of logical explanation or whatever, man. But we got to get it together. You feel? We definitely got to get it together. Most definitely. Hey man, but before we get into anything, man, let's do this. Let's do this. Also, man, hold on, because I ain't do it yesterday, man. Big ups to my co-host, man. L Boogie, man, Roscoe P, and my co-host with the most is my little one, AJ, man. Big ups to them, big ups to them, big ups to them. Hey, but the thoughts, views, and opinions of Bearded Conversation are the thoughts, views, and opinions of me right now. The thoughts, views, and opinions of Bearded Conversation are the thoughts, views, and opinions of me right now. I don't mean to hurt, to harm, or to offend. I don't need to hurt, to harm, or to offend. This video stream is for informational, educational, and edutainment purposes only. Once again, this video stream is for informational, educational, and edutainment purposes only, with the underlying undertone, and I do emphasize and stress edutainment purposes only. We don't want you to take any advice given or anything shown on this video stream for face value without consulting the proper professional that suits your specific needs. Please do your due diligence. Please do your proper vet work. Please do your research. Please get that second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth opinion, because we don't want you going out here robbing no bank, starting over boss, telling your boss what he or she can take and turn sideways and where they can put it. Because we done already told you that ain't what you're supposed to be doing or how you should be doing it, just because I'm doing it that way and it worked for me. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't saying that's what I'm doing either. But y'all get it. Well, yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? But peace and blessings to everybody in the building, man. You know, tomorrow is Wednesday, man. It's hump day. I hope everybody week has been productive and progressive. You know what I'm saying? And everybody getting what they want. You know what I'm saying? Out of their week. You feel? Hey, Harry Ray say salutes to my comrades Hurricane and Vonta Black. Most definitely, man. He say no doubt definitely needs some areas to vent. You know what I'm saying? Also, speaking of that, you know, this is an open platform, an open forum. I encourage people to come on. Like if you want to get into, you know, the topic that I got going on, or touch on something that I'm saying, or if you got something that you think needs to be pushed to the forefront, or that needs to be spoken and heard. Listen, I provide a safe place and a safe space for ones to do that. Again, like I say, it's open. Or if you just need a place to come and vent, if you want to get on and vent and speak your mind and speak your piece, and not necessarily directed towards, what I'm saying, what we got going on here, but just, what I'm saying, you just need a place to talk about whatever, what I'm saying, and you just need some ears. Hey man, listen, I got them ears. So that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I encourage ones to hit that link that's in the chat. Hit that panel. Come on up here, have some fun with your boy. You feel? You know what I'm saying? Let's build. Let's have intellectual discourse, and learn how to apply the things that we talk about and build upon. So that it can affect our communities. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what we're about over here, man. And I like the fact that people come over here and they learn things. People come over here, they get a different understanding of things, or whatever the case may be. But again, I always encourage people to do the due diligence part, to do the vet part, to do the research part. You know what I'm saying? Don't just take what I might say or what Ray636 in the chat might say, or what Hurricane or TMB or Cedo that come on, anybody, you feel me? Um, because you have your own experiences, your own understanding, your own perception. I'm not going to tell you that your perception is wrong. Maybe just sometimes perceptions just need a little adjustment. Including myself at times. You know what I'm saying? And you know that's why we have that phrase being open minded. You have to be open minded because if I wasn't open minded, I wouldn't have became enlightened. I wouldn't have tried to experience or seek other things. You know what I'm saying? And I think that open mindedness is what's going to push the world forward. Um, because it's not about individuality. You know what I'm saying? It's not about a system of keeping people complacent and under control. Now that's the way it might seem, but I guarantee you that that wasn't the purpose and how it started out. You know what I'm saying? I believe once we became aware. Oh, and when I say aware, I ain't talking about that garden of eating shit when they bit the apple and they knew the difference between this, that, and the third. I'm talking about when we became aware of finances and how to rule and how to. That's when shit started changing. You feel me? And not all people, just certain people. Certain people was like, shit, if we can do this, we can take advantage of this, and that's how you know. But again, we just got to get it together, man. I know we can get it together. I know we can get it together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hey, Rafe, 636. Support is very important, bro. We got to support each other. We got to support the cause. I know a lot of people don't like leaders, or a lot of people say we don't have leaders. But when we get these leaders, um, where's the support? I was just listening to some brothers talk about how we need a political party, or how we need to invest money inside of our own politics. And we refuse to do that. Then you get your certain brother. Oh well, we made the law and this that. Yeah, we made the law, brother, and I understand that. You feel me? And see, and this is another thing that I hate. Knowing your lineage, and this is what I typed in that chat. Knowing your lineage, or having knowledge of your lineage and where you come from, is not going to help you win the war or combat this modern system if you don't know their language. We spoke about linguistics the other day. If you don't know their language, if you don't know how to combat with the same terminology and diction that they speak, you would never win. You feel like times change. This isn't the old or the new. Because if that was the case, shit, we could all just revoke, go get guns, and just go run our hand, just shoot to kill. With no repercussions. I mean, well, I ain't gonna say with no repercussions, but hell, you're able to fend off your repercussions. You know what I'm saying? If they coming at you, shit, you're killing them. But again, that's one group having an army and another group having an army. You know what I'm saying? Or fighting for a certain principle. We ain't fighting for none of that shit. We just killing each other just cause. Well, not like that. You feel me? But what I'm saying is, we got to stand committed and convicted on our principles, man, if we want to get anything accomplished. You know? You know what I'm saying? And again, that's why I always encourage brothers and sisters to do their own research. You know what I'm saying? And to due diligence. It takes time. It takes quality time. Time is something that people, even though time isn't real and time doesn't exist, but just in the quantum of this realm, where we happen to use numbers in the binary system and time and things like that. It takes time for a lot of these things to uh, uh, be revealed to you. And then once they're revealed, it takes time for you to internalize and encompass a lot of things that you learn. And it's hard sometimes, and sometimes you're shocked about the things that you learn. You know, and again, I can see how that could be a little, confusing to an individual, especially if you're not one to do studying or seeking or just a complacent individual. We want to get out of that complacent stage, man. It's wild ass Wednesday, man. We want to get a little wild, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta have a little aggression. Listen, I'm not against the so-called young brothers and sisters, man. You feel me? That they call the YN. You feel me? They got that warrior nature and that warrior spirit. You feel me? The energy that they have, it just ain't being taught how to be directed. You know what I'm saying? See, that's where the leaders and shit come in. Why people? Because I always hear people on these other panels, man, or especially women and some men. But more so women. Why we need leaders? I can lead myself, or I can do this myself. And a lot of times, a lot of the simple things that we can do to get ahead, we don't do. And it's like, well, shit, if you don't need no leader, and then you know about this, that, and the third, and you're not doing this, that, and the third, and you, oh, okay, yeah, right. Right. You need somebody to tell you what the fuck to do. You know what I'm saying? Period. Hey, Mr. Cool is in the building, man. What's going on? Mr. Cool, how you feel this evening, brother? He said that. Oh my God, let me put it up on the screen. I'm sorry, Ray. Ray636 says, he says that part. Unfortunately, that doesn't resonate too good um, with the masses. It feels good tribal talk. See, and another thing, we gotta really do some studying, y'all. Stop letting them tell you that we were tribal. We were not fucking tribal people. We were a civilization, man. We were amongst each other together. We were not fucking tribes. Now they try to spin it because they say, well, on the continent of Africa, there's a lot of different ethnicities and shit like that. Man, look, man. Y'all don't see what the fuck they doing, man. Anywhere else, man. If you in Europe, bro, you a fucking European, right? That's it. That's all. Beyond you being French, German, Spain, a Spaniard, Portugal, whatever the fuck, you're European. Your ethnicity is European. Well, no, your race is Europe. Well, it depends. Because some motherfuckers, see, this shit can get tricky, man. But listen, man, you motherfuckers is all one the same, man. One motherfucker just stay east, one motherfucker stay west, one motherfucker stay south, one motherfucker stay north, and you got some motherfuckers in the middle, man. Now I do believe everything started from the nucleus in the center of Nubia. You know what I'm saying, in that bush, and it spread it out. You know what I'm saying? And teachings went this way and that way. And don't get me wrong. Um, and when I say we wasn't tribes, because this is what I mean. They try to make it seem like we were just fucking individual villages of a hundred people here, or maybe a couple of thousand people there. That's not the fucking truth. We lived amongst each other harmoniously. You got to do the research. You got to do the digging. You got to do the understanding. I'm just saying. Just saying. Um, excuse me. Ray says, put some intelligence into that warrior spirit. That's facts as well. So I'm not knocking that like I was saying earlier, Ray. I'm not knocking that warrior spirit that they have. It just has to be cultivated. Just like when I was on the another channel where they were talking about putting money into our own as far as the politics. It's politics. But we don't do that. We don't do that. We don't do this type. We don't do these type of things. But we expect all type of different crazy ass results. Not gonna happen. Mr. Cool says one of the things we need to do is look when we're prospering the best, not only financial but community wise, and learn from what works. Yep, that's why yesterday I spoke about and listen, if I said we had our own country, that's why I spoke about being uh, you know, separate or locked in for 100 years. You feel me? To figure out what what works for us and what don't work for us. That's one of the reasons why I stated that. You know what I'm saying? Truth be told, he said, "Absolutely, I'm definitely on the same vibe with you, bro. Facts, man. You know what I'm saying? Facts. We gotta teach it to him." He say, Stone Panda says, 1984 says, "I was ripped from my home and he was ripped from your home and put in the zoo, brother." Hey, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Hence the name Stone Panda. You know what I'm saying? Hence the name Stone Panda. But yeah, man, it's just not enough. Um, of us sitting our youngest down, teaching them and developing, what I'm saying, that warrior spirit. Ain't nothing wrong with having a warrior spirit. I believe in the warrior spirit. That's why I didn't agree with getting rid of your ego yesterday. That's why I said, we need to learn to maintain and control our egos, not get rid of. You don't get rid of nothing that's a part of you because it's a part of you for a reason if you believe in it, the intellectual design or any whatever type of spiritual understanding that you have. If it's a part of you, you don't get rid of it. You seek to control. And well, and control in context of the way I'm saying it, it might seem a little harsh. So let's see. Because you don't want to suppress it neither. Well, you can suppress it, but you just got to know how to activate it and bring it back to consciousness when you need it. You know what I'm saying? You know? Stone Panda say, "I'll see myself out." That's cool, brother. You ain't got to go nowhere, brother. You can stay in the building, brother. You know what I'm saying? Well, you can stay in the building, brother. You can build with us all. Unless you were just here trolling, brother. Ain't nothing wrong with that neither. You can stay in the chat and troll, brother, if that's what you choose to do. Oh man. Mr. Cool says, "I need to log in soon one day and talk with the folks face to the chat." Yeah, hey, Mr. Cool, man. Hey, you always welcome to come up and give some of that good old experience you got, man. Hey, let me see. Ray says, he said, "Major facts. Uncontrolled ego can destroy you from inside out. You got to learn to control yourself." Facts. They used to be, y'all remember on the report cards? Self control. That used to be one of the checks on the report card. Exercising self control. Y'all remember that? Put a one in the chat if you remember that. Exercising self control. That's exactly what it said. Exercising self control. Playing along with others, getting along well with others, works well in the group. Y'all remember those? Yeah, well, I don't know. I might be Mr. Cool, Mike. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm quiet. I might be a you know what I'm saying? I might be you know what I'm saying? I'm only 24 and shit. You feel me? Oh, Miss C, she say, I remember though. I don't even think they put them on report cards anymore. I don't even think they put them on report cards no more. I really don't. He said 80s baby. I definitely remember. Yeah, I don't even think they put those on the report cards no more. You know what I'm saying? And I also remember, man, when I had teachers, bro, even if they didn't give a fuck, as far as the discipline, as far as the respect level, as far as you know what I'm saying, how you was gonna behave in the classroom, they didn't play that shit. All right, you wanted to be a knucklehead, little stupid motherfucker, but you're gonna be well mannered and you're gonna sit your ass in this class and you're not gonna be a distraction. And then you had teachers that Okay, you ain't gonna be a distraction, and you still gonna learn some shit. We gonna help you out. Nowadays, shit, the teachers about the same age as the kids. They doing this shit so they can get their college paid off. You know what I'm saying? That debt gone. You know what I'm saying? I read an article about that. That's why most, you know what I'm saying, these white little young white folk come and teach in the urban community because they can pay their debt off quicker. You know what I'm saying? Then you get some a few melanated young men and women too that, that teach and do it. But yeah, man, it's the perks and MF and advantages, y'all. Hey, check this out, man. Some craziness. It is Wild Ass Wednesday, right? Cop sees 21 kids, including 17 toddlers from California couple who had them all via surrogacy, smells of trafficking. What in the entire fuck? He said, you 24. You is a fool. Come on, man. Come on, Ray. For real, Ray. Damn, man. Why my shit doing this, man? I got the net back on, but it still ain't ready. It still ain't running like I was supposed to be running. Man. Ray says, you 24 word, thought you was in your 30s or 40s. Now I feel old. Hell no, man. Ain't in my damn 30s, man. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm 24. I'm 24. I'm 24. I'm 24. I'm 24, man. You know what I'm talking about? 24. You feel me? Yeah, yeah, yeah. That'll work. That'll work. That'll work. 24. 24. He say, LOL, don't mean to put you. Yes, you did, mama. Hey, man, everybody know I'm 24, though, right? You feel me? Everybody know I'm 24. You know what I'm saying? But let me get to this, man. So, cop sees 21 kids, including 17 toddlers, from a California couple who had them all via surrogacy. Smells of trafficking. This shit crazy. What be wrong with people, man? So 21 little kids have been rescued from a California couple who allegedly farmed out their fertilized embryos to multiple surrogate mothers and then hoarded the children inside a massive mansion where they suffered repeated abuse, cops say. Well, at least they had a mansion. Now, let me stop. So Go Jung John, 65, and Sylvia Yang Zhang, 38, were recently found with 15 children in their Acadia mansion. Another six of their children had previously been moved out to other homes. What the hell? Young and Zhang own a surrogacy business, but cops say they allegedly abusing the surrogacy program. So were they kidnapping the kids after the people? So 17, wow. So 17 of the kids are toddlers or infants under 3 years old. The oldest is 13. What the fuck? They doing? All 21 have been taken in by the Department of Children and Family Services. And this is in California? And then, hey, who was that? Amber Lance was on yesterday, and she was talking about gangbangers and shit, snatching kids and children up on the streets and shit like that. And in California, where she was at, that's crazy that she was just saying that. And we come back to this being in California. You know what I'm saying? This is wild, man. So Zhang and John have been charged with felony child endangerment and neglect. Neglect. It was not immediately clear if further charges will be mounted against them for their deceptive arrangements with the surrogates. Man, they better lock these up. And you know what? And what's crazy is, y'all, I'm gonna stay in tune with this. I bet you they don't do nothing to them. Police found the youngsters while investigating complaints of a 2-month-old who was brought to the hospital with a traumatic brain injury. Cops believe the baby was injured by the family's nanny, 56-year-old Chun Mei Lee, who was accused of committing alarming abuse. Uh, that's crazy. So now the nanny beating on. This is sick, man. This is sick. And then they got a mansion. So you imagine how much money they got off of this surrogacy shit. You know what I'm saying? Imagine how much money. And then it don't say what type of kid, the races of the kids, but I'm pretty sure it's probably different. I don't know because they might be. I don't know. You say, nah, I was just shocked. But it's all good, bro. Nah, I ain't 24, man. I'm just shitting you, bro. I ain't no damn 24. Yeah. Shit crazy, bro. Like this was like, who the fuck thinks about doing sick shit like this? You know what I'm saying, bro? This is ridiculous. Like cops believe that the baby was okay. Anyway, I'm sorry. Cops reviewed surveillance footage from inside the home, allegedly showing Lee shaking and hitting the infant. The video also showed other nannies allegedly abusing all of the children. Cops said. Um, so if they showing, so do they got video? See, but it ain't saying they got videos of the couple. It's just saying they got videos of the nanny abusing these kids. And but of course, though, if the kids is getting messed up and y'all know y'all ain't doing it, and y'all know the nannies is taking care of these kids, y'all gotta know that the nannies is doing this shit to the kids. So either get them up out of there. I don't know the situation because y'all still taking them to the hospital. So obviously it ain't. Well, some people fucked up. Some people still take their kids to the, what I'm saying, and they didn't did this shit. But obviously it ain't y'all because they saying they got footage of the nannies being abusive. But the neglect part, I get it. You feel me? Because y'all gotta know that it's the nannies and the person or the people that y'all got watching over these kids. If y'all got to keep taking kids to the hospital and a fucking baby, a 2-month-old got a brain injury, you got come on, man. And the same way the police went in there and went over these tapes, I'm pretty sure y'all could have went over these tapes too. That's why you got cameras in the damn house. Come on, come on, man. And I'm just gonna say, if you got cameras in your house, I know you got to be watching the shit that's going on in your crib. Or you paying a motherfucker to look at this footage, or to look at this film, to see what's going on, to come back and to report to you. You know what I'm saying? Because what's the purpose of the cameras then? What's the purpose of the cameras then? Um, so the discipline, both verbal and physical, was severe to the point where it supported the belief that the child abuse was occurring inside the home. Said Arcadia Police Lieutenant Colin. I can't pronounce the last name. Cialdo. Officials believe all of the children are. Excuse me. Officials believe all of the children are biological offsprings of the husband and wife Sean and Jane were primarily birthed through multiple women hired through their own surrogacy business. So they got a surrogacy business and they hiring women. So he busting nuts and she taking her eggs. They got a business. They freezing them and they hiring women to have their kids for them. What in the fuck is going on? But the surrogates hired from around the country weren't always there. Weren't all, I'm sorry, weren't aware that they were carrying the couple's embryo and that they were multiple and that there were multiple other surrogates, according to the police. Many of the children were birthed through surrogacy, and then the male and female at the residence took legal guardianship of those kids. See, y'all don't see it. That's crazy. One of the surrogate mothers said she had no idea that Shang and John were keeping the kids for themselves. It's horrific. It's disturbing. It's damaging emotionally. Pennsylvania surrogate mother Kate Elliott told. Well, first of all, goddamn it, when somebody come to you and ask you to be a damn surrogate, they asking you to be a fucking surrogate for them. That don't make no sense. Or unless they acting like they got a surrogate program and they trying to make it seem like they got women who want you to carry their embryo and they telling y'all that this ain't they well, of course they probably ain't telling them that this is sperm and these her eggs. And they putting them in you and they just taking them and keeping them for themselves. So it could be a lot of different scenarios, y'all. We gotta look, we listen, we gotta break it down and approach it from all angles when we're reading some of this crazy shit. You feel me? You gotta this shit is wild. Elliot had launched a fundraiser page to cover the legal costs as she fights to get the baby girl she carried for the couple placed in a permanent home after she discovered the child ended up in foster care. These agencies were supposed to trust them and follow their guidance, and come to find out this whole thing was a scam. and the parents owned the agency. That was not disclosed at all beforehand, she added. Okay. And I'm pretty sure they wouldn't let y'all know that shit. Two neighbors said Zhang and Sean $4 million, 10,000 square foot home had a similar layout to a hotel. The outlet reported it's kind of set up like a hotel with a big giant lobby, and all the rooms are like suites. Neighbor Hobart Young said, "How he know he been in there?" You know what I'm saying? And like around and like around what I can only describe as a hotel desk, as and a gentleman sitting behind it like a clerk, said Art Romeo, another neighbor of James and John. Police are still searching for the nannies involved. They probably got the fuck up out of there. Having so many children through a surrogacy is not illegal. The executive director of the Center of Bioethics and Culture nonprofit told KABC, but could easily be seen as suspicious that he smells of trafficking. Child trafficking director Callie Phil told the outlet. But if they were still all in the home and the oldest was 13, that means they was keeping these kids. Allegedly, they probably wasn't they probably wasn't trafficking out the kids. Hell, the kids probably could have been slaves and shit. You hear me? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's just sick, period. Just the thought of any of this shit. Miss Gigi, what's going on, sweetheart? Hey, man, y'all do me a favor, man. All the people that's in the building, do me a favor.
Like the video, man. Thumb up the video, man. Like the video, man. Thumb up the video, man.
Like he said. And don't forget to pull them phones out, too, man. Share the stream with 3 more people. Tell those 3 more people to share with 3 more people. So on and so forth, man. Let's get us in the algorithm. Let's get the people in the building. Also, man, don't forget to hit that cash out. I ain't got it scrolling at the bottom, but I'll put it down at the bottom for those that's feeling generous, man, and I want to keep the stream going and support your boy and help the channel out. Or you can hit that link pinned at the top of the chat and buy your boy coffee in the morning, man. I like it black with a breakfast bagel sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Or you can hit that super chat. I'm gonna get a super chat. I'm gonna get a sound bite. Super chat. You know what I'm saying? Miss Gigi, how you doing tonight? How you doing tonight? How you doing tonight? So that smells of trafficking, child trafficking. Director Callie Fail told the outlet. What are the intentions of having that many children at home through these assisted reproductive technologies? Well, shit, I got 10 and I ain't, talking about, I ain't trafficking shit. Zhang denied allegations. She and her husband ran a smuggling operation, calling the claims misguided and wrong. Their company, Mark Surrogacy, is no longer in business. California is one of the 15 states that allows a woman to be paid for surrogacy without conditions. Louisiana is the only state that completely prohibits all paid surrogacy. The Daily Beast reported. Louisiana, a motherfucker, man. You know what? I see why Beanie kind of went off on me, man. Louisiana, a motherfucker, man. And I get it. But damn, bro, you hear me? Beanie, man, fuck with your boy, man. It's all peace, man. It's all love, brother. All love, bro. Oh, man. I definitely can rock with people messing. You said I definitely can't rock with the people messing with the children. Well, they weren't messing with the children. So apparently, like I say, shit, these were their children. You know what I'm saying? These were their kids. And shit, apparently, you know what I'm saying? That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. Oh, man. It is Wild Ass Wednesday, man. What y'all, hey, y'all heard about Trump not wanting to release these damn Epstein files and said he gonna leave it up to what's her name, Bondi, to reveal to reveal or release what she seems to be fit. You know what I'm saying, man? Let all them names out, Trump. You know your ass is on that list. You know you was on that list, and to tell us about them people. So FBI raw Epstein prison video had nearly 3 minutes cut out. Metadata reveals as a man who served time in a cell declares there is just no way he was able to kill himself. So this article is actually talking about how the man killed himself, but again, this list that they supposedly had, man, they need to let this shit out. But yeah, but man, that surrogacy shit, bro. That last story was some wild shit. Oh, some wild shit, y'all. And this is what we man. Man, 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 oh man. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Uh, you say, of course he's not releasing it because he's on it. You know it. You know it. But they say he killed himself. But let's read this one. I was trying. I thought this was one about talking about the list. But new data shows nearly 3 minutes of the video footage of Jeffrey Epstein cell door the morning he was discovered dead in the cell is missing. RadarOnline.com can report a far cry from their I'm sorry, for their mere minute of footage previously discovered to have disappeared. Yeah, because they doctor it up. Somebody probably came in there and hung his ass. You feel me? This discovery comes as a former inmate of Epstein's exact cell. There is no way that the accused sex trafficker would have been able to kill himself. Like, come on, man, we know that hmm, unless they found him naked and he hung himself with his pants or his shirt. Other than that, yeah. You feel me? So on July 7th, the FBI, the Department of Justice, released 11 hours of what they call a full raw surveillance video from only functioning camera near Epstein's cell. Almost immediately, computer experts noticed there was a missing minute and began asking questions. You come on, man. Now, forensic experts analyzing the metadata for Wired have concluded that the video actually has approximately 2 minutes and 53 seconds missing. Investigators had already concluded that the publicly released video was stitched together in Adobe Premiere Pro from the two separate video files. It is not known if the missing segment contained anything of significance. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, yeah, well, of course we don't know that, but guess what? If it's missing, shit, it's worth a shot. You feel me? Like that means, and that means, and listen, look. I'm not into sex trafficking, right? I'm not the one that's trying to crack a case on this man murder, right? You feel me? Like that's not what I'm doing. I ain't supporting, I ain't advocating, I ain't reaching out, I ain't telling motherfuckers they did a good job or a bad job. But all I'm saying is somebody didn't like that shit and they was able to get into that cell. Period. Now for me, I couldn't care one way or another. You know what I'm saying? But for somebody who gave a fuck, they was able to get into that cell and do what they needed to do, you know? He said, I'll still listening, bro, getting my young ones. Oh man, most definitely, man. Get the babies together, brother. Get the babies together. Get the babies together, man. You know what I'm saying? But again, like I say, obviously somebody wanted them gone. So the discovery comes from a former inmate who was held in the exact same prison cell as Epstein, insists that it was not physically possible for the convicted sex trafficker. I'm sorry, for the convicted, for the convicted. I'm sorry, for the convinced. What? Not physically possible for the convinced the sex offender to kill himself. I said, insisted that it's not physically possible for the convinced the sex offender. That didn't make no sense how they wrote that, but okay. So, former Colombo crime family mobster Michael Franceschi, uh, Franceschi, told News Nation um, he spent several months in that cell. There's just no way, he said repeatedly, there's just no way to hang yourself. There was nothing from the ceiling. There's nothing from the, you'd have to be a little person and really hard and work really hard to try to hang yourself. And I don't think you're going to accomplish it at that point. So I don't know how the cell is built up. I haven't seen the inside of the cell to exactly know what he's talking about. So as the mysterious missing video footage, Franceschi said, I did 8 years in prison, and I haven't experienced cameras being broken and a perfect storm of correctional officers not walking those cells. He says they walk in and they look at you and they look in on you all the time. As a matter of fact, you know, sometimes it's embarrassing to go to the toilet because they're walking past past you, looking in the cell constantly. Not all the time, because I don't think motherfuckers be walking like that. Shortly after the video, controversy erupted. Attorney General Pam Bandy went into damage control during the cabinet meeting at the White House. Bondi insisted that the 1 minute gap in the video was part of a routine daily reset that takes place at the Metropolitan Detention Center. She so she admitting to the bullshit, right? She admitting to the bullshit, right? The fuck out of here. Even if it's a reset, man, that don't cut no damn video, bro. You feel me? A reset, it stops the recording and come back and it record. It don't look like it's pieced together. They said it should look like it's pieced together. That's a difference. That means the tape has been edited and somebody cut some shit out. And then when you get that reset, it might blank or it might shift and they try to copy and paste some shit. Come on, man. Like, y'all, come on, man. Come on, y'all. We ain't that damn slow. We ain't that damn slow. You know what I'm saying? And then this same chick is the same chick that's that Trump want to give or has given, you know what I'm saying, the leeway to release whatever the hell she want to release about on that list. Come on, man. So anyway, she added that the video was not a conclusive. I'm sorry, the video was not conclusive, but the evidence prior to it was showing he committed suicide. The AG also stressed the missing minute was not unique to the Epstein video. Bondi went on. There was a minute that was off the counter, and from what we learned from the Bureau of Prisons, it's every night they redo that video. Every night should have the same minute missing. Both Republicans and Democrats have come together with roars and outrage and calls for her to resign, including those convinced she is a part of the sinister Epstein cover-up operation. Bondi had also been under fire from furious conservatives for failing to deliver promised revelations, including the long-teased Epstein client list. See, that's what I'm telling y'all. Oh, man, she's supposed to be in. See, and listen, you know, in that first, at first glance, I'm like, this is crazy, man. Trump just picking random motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, to be in this cabinet or to take over or you know what I'm saying, to lead or to be at the forefront of the helm or what the fuck he got going on. No, I don't think that's true. Nah, I don't think that's true. I think he know every motherfucking body, and he, you know what I'm saying, or either he's setting motherfuckers up for failure. He said, but again, you can't even do that because again, you know, by you being the leader of the free world and you being the president, so you know, everything is gonna come back and everybody gonna say it's Trump's fault. It's all Trump. This is your administration. This is who you picked, and da 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 this, and da 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 that. You know what I'm saying? Now, but let me ask y'all a question. Honestly, do y'all really want to know who on that list? Like, is it a thing? Is it a thing of us really wanting to know who's on that list? I want to know because like as far as us, and the only reason I'm saying that because as far as us being the people, what the fuck is the people gonna do? Are we gonna go after anybody on that list? Are we gonna demand some shit from that list? No, man, it's gonna be the same old, same old. Same old, same old. And guess what? If they do got that list, you could about already bet that they done already fucking took some names off and you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. And again, that shit don't affect my bottom line. Well, don't get me wrong. I mean, from my standpoint of being where I'm from, but I get it overall, on a global scale as far as the sex trafficking and the people that's involved, that's supposed to be powerful or whatever the fuck coming up in the, you know what I'm saying, and networking with certain individuals and you know this type of shit that they into, and it's ridiculous. I most definitely agree. It's fucking ridiculous, and it shouldn't be happening. It shouldn't be. But this is a reality nonetheless. You know, I'm not saying that it's right or, you know, but I'm definitely going to say in my opinion is wrong. But this is a reality nonetheless of certain individuals who, I guess you can say make shit happen. You feel me? And when I say make shit happen, I ain't talking about how we talking about make shit happen. You know what I'm saying? These are movers. These is, you know what I'm saying, people that, you know, shape what the fuck our environments look like. you know, and it's perverse and it's sick. So I really, and that's what I'm saying, because listen, for a motherfucker like me, I really don't even want to know who on that list, bro, because I just fuck around, flip out, and we don't even need to know. Keep that list to yourself. Listen, this is what I need. This is what I'm gonna say, and y'all can like it or disagree with me or not. I ain't taking no side, choosing no side, trying to tell a motherfucker what to do. Keep that shit to yourself. You know what I'm saying? If motherfuckers found out that y'all doing this type crazy shit, bro, and we ain't got it, and motherfuckers ain't, you know what I'm saying, got down on you, you feel me? Just take that as a blessing. Keep that shit to yourself. Stop it. Get you some help. Leave that shit alone. Cause I'm telling you, man, like, bro, you can't keep putting that shit in front of us, man, and just expect us not to do nothing about it, bro. I'm tired of, man. I just read about an 11-year-old boy getting shot in the arm. Another little 3-year-old boy got snatched off his bike. I'm tired of this shit, bro. I'm tired of all the conspiracy theories and the black markets or whatever the fuck, man. Protect your people, man. Watch out for your people, man. Let the motherfuckers keep that shit on. And maybe, and listen, and that shit is sad, sick, and tragic, because I don't want nobody going nowhere doing none of this type of crazy shit, right? You feel me? As far as as far as mm, as far as taking people from different places. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that for other people. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to say like I don't give a fuck because it ain't happening to, because it is happening. But what I'm saying is like this shit is ridiculous, man. Like it shouldn't be done for nobody. But like I say, I don't, man. Listen, I don't want to know about that list, man. Because I'll fuck around. Like I say, flip out. That shit is just, that shit be just too. Oh man. But Bondi, and listen, and that letting that list out, letting the Epstein list out. This is what I want to know. Who would that be for? Who would that be for? For the general public. This is what I'm saying. So for the general public, if we were to see this list, like what the fuck? What we gonna do? What we gonna do if we see this list? Who we gonna attack? What laws can we make? What things can we put in place? What can we implement so these things won't happen again? Because if that list come out and it's the right names on that list, these are the same motherfuckers that we probably didn't put in office, that we didn't voted for, that we give our money to. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? This ain't like it's the 16th, 15th, 16th, 17th century where we cutting off the kings and the queen's head and we starting to revolt with the people. Cause shit, we too scared to do that. Cause half of y'all think Jesus finna crack the sky and come back and help you. And the other half too damn complacent and happy with the fucking little scraps and bits that they get. I be damn if we go against a buck against the system. And then the rest of you motherfuckers is just too dumb to even understand what's going on. We always talk about leaders, right? Fuck a leader right now, y'all. Like we gonna get off this leadership. Let's talk about being good followers. You know, what's this? How that saying go? Everybody want to be chiefs and not enough Indians, even though the chief is an Indian. But I get what I get what it means. You know what I'm saying? How about being a good follower? Do we know how to support each other? Encourage, motivate, inspire? Do we have respect for one another? Do we love each other? Can a man be another man's piece as well as a woman's piece? And vice versa. Can a woman's be another woman's as well as her man's piece? You know? And can you be your own piece? Can you operate on a level of self-control that your energy is just that resilient that, a lot of times when things of negative energy is upon you, you reflect it 10 times as hard or as fast or as quick. You know what I'm saying? Like it's instant blocker, you know? You know what I'm saying? Hey, and sometimes that shit is accident. Sometimes when you vibrate on some of them frequencies, y'all don't, it be accident. It be accidental. We don't be knowing. You know what I'm saying? We don't be knowing. See, but a lot of times that speaks to that big ups to Ali Muhammad too, man. And that speaks to that epigenetic thing. You know what I'm saying? Things that we do through the course of our life or through the course of our traditions, through the course of our culture, epigenetics. It's all it is. It's just like, shit that's that we do on routinely or we do religiously. That shit gets embedded inside of our DNA and we're able to pass that down through birth. You know what I'm saying? Um, that's why women are strong. That's why you be careful who you sleep with. When we hear that phrase about be careful who you have children with, I think we hear that phrase as a lust phrase and not as a scientific phrase or not as a spiritual, esoteric, or metaphysical phrase. If that makes any sense. Meaning, that energy that a woman resonates and can put into you, you know, you know. Man, anyway, that's another topic for another night. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Cool. Mr. Cool says crazy right wingers have believed for years that there is this left wing Democrat perverts that the government has covered up their illegal behavior. It's just crazy Republicans. Brother, I believe it's both. I believe it's all. You talking about some listen, man, listen, Mr. Cool, you know just like I know, goddamn it, the bird got a left wing and the bird got a right wing, but it's still a head on that damn bird, right? You know what I'm saying? There's still a head on that bird, man. And for that bird, for any wing to move, that head has to release a signal. They all perverts, man. You ain't Mr. Cool. Come on, Mr. Cool. They ain't no crazy right wingers. Damn it, I believe it's Democrats, it's Republicans, it's liberals, it's conservatives, it's communists, it's dictators, it's capitalists. It's a bunch of everybody on that damn list. I can about guarantee. I can about guarantee you. Now, when I was speaking about that woman shit, I wasn't, I ain't finna sit here and say woman is God and all that shit, but she is a goddess. She is. The book tell you that. Let us create man in our image. We create man and we create woman. You know what I'm saying? Shit, a woman ain't made in my image. I ain't got no titties and no puss. I'm sorry. I don't have a vagina and breasts. You know what I'm saying? So when you coming together, when that spirit told that other spirit, or when that God told that other goddess, or because he couldn't have told another God. He couldn't have told another God. I'm just saying. Two men can't reproduce. Two men can't procreate. Right? I'm just saying, even in the animal world. Like Sean said the other night, even though I don't know if the numbers was right. I think it's a little bit. It might be a little bit. I think them numbers is wrong. I think it might be a little bit more than 20%. I ain't look it up, but I think it might be a little bit more than 20%. But still, in all, two fucking male anything can't reproduce or procreate. So if we talking about a creation story or the beginning of creation, with something like that. And I ain't saying everybody take that shit literal. I know some people, everybody don't take it literal. But for the ones that do, man, and for the ones that read it, I like to reflect on some of those things, because they always, when we talk about some certain things, they always like to quote and throw them scriptures out there. I remember when I had the very first Bearded Tabernacle, man, everybody came in the chat with a Bible quote. I had 5% of brother come in the chat with the surahs, and slow down. Damn, let's understand what these things are before y'all get to throwing, you know what I'm saying, the literature at us. You know what I'm saying? Damn, let me understand what this is first. Then we'll get into, what's inside the book, But yeah, man, I think it's some of everybody on that though, Mr. Cool. And then guess what? The left wingers gonna say the right wing's crazy, and the white wings gonna say the left wing crazy. But goddamn it, when they take flight, they gotta work together. You ain't hear me. When they take flight, they gotta work together. Because if one wing don't flap or catch that air so that bird can glide, that motherfucker gonna fall. So you have to have the two opposing sides who are in opposition at all. That's just the facade. That's just the look. That's just the governing or governing battle stasis of appearance for the public, to make it seem as if this or this party is for these people and that party is for that group of people. You know what I'm saying? That's what that shit is about. That's what that shit is about. Oh, we got Ray 636 in the building. What's going on, my boy? Decided to come bless us tonight. How you feeling? Oh shit, I didn't even put
But
him up. Oh
first,
damn, I thought I put him up on the damn.
oh, you good, brother? You
Oh,
good?
there
But
you go.
yeah,
What's going
man,
on, my boy? How you feeling?
it's all good, man. But peace to you, peace to the channel, man, and the chat. Peace to everybody. Good vibes all around. You know what I mean?
Can't even hear. Oh, man, what's going on?
All right.
Hold
Yeah,
on, my
man. I
boy.
had to tell you what's going on. Audio, am I coming in good?
All right, there you go. There you go. There you go.
Okay, my man.
Hey,
Yo, so peace and prosperity, my good brother, and peace to the chat. You understand? I hear you up here
yes,
rocking
sir.
it, man. So I had to come through, get up with you a little bit. And it's been a minute since I've been on the panel, man. I'm back here wrestling with StreamYard and all that. So I had to
Yeah.
get my little
And,
ones together.
man, you take care of them babies, man. Shit, you got to do that, bro.
Sir,
Oh, man. That's mad love. He be like,
sir.
man, I got to go take care of the babies. I'll be right back. Hey, shit,
Yeah,
I
man.
know how that feel, bro. I definitely know how that feel. But yeah, man,
No doubt.
I'll be up here trying to rock out for the people, man, and have good discussion,
Mhm.
good conversation, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
And
sir.
try to help out. Mr. Cool says, but I'm explaining why the pressure is on Trump to release the Epstein files. Some of these people on the right are just extremists. But I believe
Mhm.
both sides. I believe both sides are extremists. I get what you're saying, Mr. Cool, but again, like Ray 60 said, let me ask you a question. So, Ray, do you think,
Mhm.
no, I ain't gonna say do you think. I guarantee you, bro. I'm gonna tell you this. I guarantee you it's some of everybody on that damn list.
Oh yeah,
And it,
absolutely.
and, and it's not in nobody's favor for any side for that list to come out.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They're all in it
That's why.
together. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely.
Right.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And don't get me wrong, yeah, one side
Mhm.
gonna push for it to be released because it's a bluff caller. Motherfucker don't really want that shit to come out, bro. They
Mhm.
no, they should have followed.
Oh,
And guess what? It ain't gonna fall apart. It's just gonna look that way again
mhm.
because that's how they gonna play it in front of the public.
Exactly. Exactly. That's how they do it. Everything with them is all about that deception. You know what I'm saying? They say one thing, but it's totally something different. You know what I mean? That's why when I hear things, it's like I don't pay attention, but I hear it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't allow
Mhm,
myself to get too deep or caught up,
mhm.
you know what I mean, in the foolishness. But I am aware of what's going on. And your boy Trump, man, I'm telling you, he's the dude's a jackass, but he's a genius because he knows how to manipulate gullible minds that are willing to listen and take in because everybody is running around looking for a savior. You know what I'm saying?
He
The bad
said that.
part is too many people are lacking that. Oh, God, my good brother, I didn't mean to overtalk you.
No, I wasn't over talking. No, I was just laughing at what you were saying to call him a jackass, but he is a genius. My bad. Go ahead, bro.
Nah, I mean, you're on point. I mean, like I said, he is a jackass. Don't get me wrong, but the man's a genius. The man knows how he does the same thing that your preachers do. You know what I mean? Anybody that can talk real good and speak real good and convince people, you know what I'm saying? You got their full loyalty. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you got to be careful with people you call leaders. But if you can't find that leadership in yourself, there's no point of trying to get it from anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna
That's
land my plane
facts.
there, though. No, we still on. My mic's still good. Can't hear anything. I don't even know if my mic's on. Mic check, mic check. It's crazy. And I ain't been on the panel like forever. Oh, Mr. Cool said he can't hear nobody. Oh, it's on. Okay. I can't hear nothing. Oh, okay. She can hear me. A piece of the chat. Yo, Bearded, I think you might be muted, bro.
Yeah, well, but man, listen, y'all, I'm sitting here, listen. I done cut the board on and off. I'm thinking, listen, I'm thinking it was my board the whole time. I didn't hit the damn mute button. Boy, I tell you. Ah, look, I done cut the damn roadcaster on, cut it back off and shit. I'm over here like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the chat. I'm like, whole time I did mute myself. My bad, man. It be like that sometimes.
Yeah, it'd be like that. I had to look into the chat and was like, okay, they can hear me, but they can't hear you.
Yeah. Yeah, they could hear you, but they couldn't hear me. You know what I'm saying? Charles Morrell, what's going on, my boy? All the way from Arkansas. Mr. Cool says, I know there are always people on both sides. I'm explaining why Trump is under pressure because he thought he could make it go away, but they're not dropping it. Okay, yeah. So again, like I said, I get that part, Mr. Cool, and I do understand that, right? That's facts. That's facts. But again, like I say, I think that's just a ploy or just a you know what I'm saying? That's just some shit to get a public, you know what I'm saying, to make it seem like we pushing for y'all to release this shit, but we really don't want y'all to release this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we know we got players on that too, you know, and we got major players on there. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I get it, Mr. Cool. Yeah, the Democrats gonna say, nah, man, push that shit out of there. Man, woo, woo, woo. To make it, man, they come on, man. It's all
Oh, yeah.
listen, Shakespeare might as well wrote this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Shakespeare, Tyler Perry, or give me a good director. Anybody. That's all this shit is. That's all this
Facts.
shit is, man.
It's all scripted, man. All scripted drama and bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, to the fullest, bro. And when I say scripted, bro, I'm talking about scripted to the point where they got it down to a T, to a science. You hear me? To a science.
WWF, WWE type shit. Yeah. Huh?
Hell yeah, WWF shit. Don't forget the NBA, the NFL. Shit,
NFL, yeah.
all this shit is scripted. It's entertainment, man. It's
That's it. That's the key
entertainment.
word.
He said
We've
that
been made to
Epstein.
tell people love that entertainment, man. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. You saying, bro?
Mr. Cool said, and Epstein was murdered. That I'm sure of. Oh yeah, I just read the article, Mr. Cool. We just got to reading the article about how they said 2 minutes and 53 seconds of the video footage of the video footage of the camera that was facing the cell was cut out. Did you hear me say Bondi? Well, you might not, but just in case you didn't, Bondi, who Trump has put in charge of releasing, that list. He said, man, whatever she deemed um worthy of putting out, she can put out. But then she also said that, the damn tape every night it does that, at least a minute of the tape. But how is it at least a minute of the tape in there? So that's still leave another minute and 53 seconds. Where the fuck did that go?
Things that make you
Even if
go,
that does happen every night, you feel me, right? A minute, even if a minute, yeah, even if she admit it's in the article. She said a minute of the tape because they reset or stop the video every night, probably due to shift change. So they might stop and cut the tape. But again, did you hear the part where I read about how they said that the tape investigator said that the tape people who examined the tape looked like it was pasted together. Again, I get it. Yeah, a minute they cut the tape, they stopped the tape, but when that blink, you can tell when some shit put together, man. These motherfuckers ain't amateurs. You know what I'm saying? These ain't nothing but other government officials fighting other government officials, and whoever got the most pull and the most power gonna win in that fight. Period.
Shit, watch that movie Wag the Dog, man. That movie Wag the Dog will tell you everything you need to know. You know what I'm saying about how they play with their tricks and their gimmicks and Hollywood props and shit. I mean, it's all out there, man. It's just got to be able to pay attention to it, or you can just miss it.
So what's Wag the Dog? Tell me about Wag the Dog.
Oh man, it was it Robert De Niro type flick? It's a movie about politics and how they have certain things set up. You know what I mean? Like wars and shit set up when they're actually not happening, but they'll get with Hollywood execs to set up props, edited videos, put it out there for the mainstream media to advertise it and get people to be convinced that these are really happening when in actuality it's not happening.
Mm, mm, mm.
Mm. Yeah, Wag the Dog, man. I recommend that movie just to check it out. You know what I'm saying? And
I'm about to check it
see,
out.
yeah, man, Wag the Dog. It's a classic.
Wag the Dog. I never heard of that damn movie though. Wow, I wonder why.
Check it out. Wag the Dog, man. I watched that shit, man. This was some years ago, though. I mean, it's an old flick, but it's still a lot of good information in there, especially if you look for it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Wag the Dog. I'm gonna look for it tonight. When I get off, I'm gonna look for it tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Let me know. Let me know what you think, man. I
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
like to let you through.
Yeah, well, then we come back and have a Wag the Dog discussion, man. Be like, man, that
No
motherfucker
doubt.
movie was crazy, man.
No doubt.
Yeah. What to say,
I'm glad to
Mr.
be
Cool?
up here with you, though.
Oh man, man, I'm rocking with you. Oh, so Mr. Cool says he seen it. He said it was a great movie. I gotta. Why am I the only one every time somebody mentioned the movie ain't seen it? I gotta get into that.
All right.
Mr. Cool says Biden administration did nothing with this either. So you are right. Both sides are trying to cover this up.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying that's what I'm saying. This ain't shit new, man. Like listen, everybody got somebody in this shit. That's the reason why ain't nobody making no real moves. You feel me? Ain't nobody finna make no real moves on this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Shit,
saying?
they make a move, they're liable to take a chance and mess themselves up. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Motherfuckers, listen, they'll rather go get that free bucket of chicken that KFC giving out than to put that damn list out. You know what I'm saying?
Died. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you.
I'm telling you, man, that shit crazy. Motherfuckers rather go get that bucket of chicken from KFC. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, this Carmelo Anthony, man. What you think about this Carmelo Anthony chase? What you think about that young man getting put on trial, man, for that capital murder, man?
I find it a self-defense. You know what I'm saying? I've been through different sections where people gave their thoughts and their opinions. I even gave mine a couple times in the chat. I still find it as a self-defense situation. You know what I'm saying? If you keep your hands to yourself, you wouldn't have to worry about these outcomes happening the way they happen. It don't matter what color you are, or what gender you are, or even what your preferences may be. Keep your hands to yourself.
I agree with you 100% on that premise, but you don't think it was just a little over the top, just a little bit? Like, bro, you could have stolen a motherfucker and took off running. Y'all was at a track meet, so shit. I know you can run.
Well, you know what? That's a valid point. But I think the only thing that made it over top for me was when the race thing started coming into play. You know what I mean? When they started making it about the black and the white thing, that's when it really got overblown. You know what I'm saying? Because there's already a lot of tension as it is. You know what I'm saying? And you in Chi-Town, so you know. And it's the same out here in Pittsburgh. You know what I mean? It's a lot of racial tension that goes back and forth. And the last thing we need is for somebody to come along and stir the pot. Now you got these people marching and you got all kind of. So I think that's the part that kind of blew it over the top a little. But overall, you got to leave people alone. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different ways. See, again, there's times to act a certain way, and then there's a time you have to think. Not too many people think; they just rather act instead of taking that moment to just consider what their movements are. You know what I mean? So I don't knock Carmelo Anthony for him defending himself. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So now this is crazy. So it says Carmelo Anthony will not face a trial for a long time. So they not gonna put the brother on trial until next year, June of next year. And I'm wondering, like, what I'm trying to figure out what purpose does that serve? You know what I'm saying? I really don't understand what purpose that serves. Miss CC says, I love y'all, but I don't agree with the self-defense part. Um Listen, hold on, wait a minute, Miss CC. Miss CC, don't put us in that. Wait a minute. First of all, I didn't say it was okay for the young brother to stab him. I think it was a little bit over the top. I say he could have hit him and ran off.
Right.
Now I do agree with 100% on with brother Wraith about keeping your hands to yourself, because if they would have kept their hands to themselves, this shit wouldn't have got, you know what I'm saying, to the point where it got to, where he had the thought that, see, and then again, Miss CC, you know, with anxiety and with certain mental disorders, or like how certain people can't go outside, like, we can't dictate when a person feels when their life is in danger. You know,
That
and for
part.
us to decide that, and for us to go in front of a magistrate or a judge, and for that person to decide that, is preposterous and insane within itself, according to the constitutional laws. But guess what? By us not knowing and reading these damn laws, and by nobody not going to get that Black Law Dictionary, the 12th edition, like I told y'all to, we ain't gonna never know what the fuck's going on. I keep telling people, like I told y'all when I started this publication, I was on another channel, bro. Knowing where the fuck you came from in your history is not gonna help you win this motherfucking war that we trying to fight right now today. If you don't know the verbiage, if you don't know the language, and you don't know how to get down like how they get down in they systems, brother, we gonna continue to lose. I'm sorry, I
You're
ain't mean
right,
to
man. No, you're good, because I want to specify right quick. I want to say that I absolutely do agree with the fact that maybe the knife or the weapon wasn't necessary to use. You know what I'm saying? But when you're in certain situations and it's either fight or flight, sometimes panic kicks in. And I'm not trying to make excuses, because at the end of the day, it was wrong for it to get to that point. You know what I mean? There shouldn't be a reason for somebody to lose a life, you know what I mean, over a situation that could be spoken about or even having a fist fight about, and just, or what they call it, shooting a fade, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? But
facts.
in that situation, him being where he
Yeah,
was, and
facts.
him more
Yeah,
likely being the only melanated black, whatever label you want to put on that, being the one there, it was like he just felt like he was overshadowed or over, you know what I mean, surrounded. So what's the best thing for him to do? Is to grab something and kind of defend himself, because there's no telling if once him and what's his name was done fighting, another would jump in, and another would jump in. So I mean, we're all speculating, but at the end of the day, Carmelo Anthony was the one who was there,
mm-hmm.
and he had to deal with the situation as it is.
Yeah.
So you just never know. But at the end of the day, all this can be absolved. In my rightful opinion, or my humble opinion, should I say, all this would be solved if it was better thought out. But you're dealing with children. You know what I mean? You're dealing with children, young teenagers who are still trying to figure out their way around this society we live in. So,
Facts. There's a hurricane for being in the building. And also, bro, so I read a few articles. So supposedly the shit stemmed from being in the stands, him cheering for a team, right? Now, and this was a father giving this report. I don't know if it was the kid's father, but it was a father supposedly giving this report about him cheering in the stands, and the boys actually approached him in the stands, and they was asking him to move, and then the father asked the young man to move. Like, we had a fucking a sporting event, and don't and guess what though? And what's crazy is, and let me tell you why I can believe that he probably was attacked and approached the wrong way. Because I'd have been at sporting events with people of my own color, and I'd have been on the opposite sideline cheering for the team that the team's going against. And I'd have had players and coaches want to get at me. Like, bro, pay attention to the fucking game. I can cheer for whoever the fuck I want to cheer for. But we so
right.
fucked up in the mind, bro. It's crazy. I done had a kid down there charge at me. Oh man, go over there. Man, get off our sideline. I'm not on your sideline. I'm in the fucking stands. Yeah, I can cheer. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, though. I was being an asshole. You feel me? I was. But again, you know what I'm saying? It's a mental. Just like if I'm on the court, bro. Like you hear all those stories about how KD say he be talking shit to people and all this shit and woo up the bell and you know how different people be talking trash to get in your mind and get in your head to mess with your game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. You know. But man, but for the father to interject and then ask, so anyway, they asked him to leave. So apparently he left, right? So regardless of whether he was under the wrong tent or not, who is y'all to tell this young man he got to move and beat it and all this extra shit? Like, mind y'all fucking business. Now again, I'm still not saying that Shorty should have pulled the knife out or whatever he had, or however it went. But again, we can't judge his panic level. But I say he should have stolen the motherfucking ran. That's what I say.
Absolutely. No, I agree with that. Major shout out to my brother
I
Kane in
say,
the building.
yeah, you know, it
All the
ran.
black respect due.
Yeah,
Now I was just giving shout outs, bro. I didn't mean to overtalk. I just want to shout out Kane and Vonna Black. I mean, shout out to them. Those are comrades. I came through with them. So respect due to them and the chat.
Most definitely, man. Hurricane, my boy. Miss Cece says, I know, I need to come on the panel and speak. She said, I know it's coming. She said, I'm literally getting my stuff together as we speak to move it to the basement for the next show. Yeah, Miss Cece, come on, man. See, because you in the chat. We want to hear the explanation behind you talking about, I don't agree with it being self-defense.
And you know what, man? And I didn't mean to interrupt you, bro, but I was just gonna say it's been a minute since I've been on the panel, man. I usually be in the chat and I just listen, you know what I mean? And I prefer to be more of a listener than a speaker. You know what I mean? That way you can absorb more when you're listening. You know what I mean? But it makes sense to have a voice behind your avatar, or at least a voice behind your words. So that's why I decided to come up and just rock with you, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then, you know, and it's better that way too. You know what I'm saying? Because now because listen, don't get me wrong. I love to talk. You know, whether y'all agree or disagree with me, I'm gonna talk whatever the hell I'm gonna talk. But I like it when people come up here and they like, well, you know what, brother, I disagree, or you know what, brother, respectfully, no, we can't do that. I like that. I like that because that's what the building comes. You know what I'm saying? That's how. Yeah. Miss Cece says, I think it's crazy that he had a knife though, and allegedly said, touch me and see what happens. So that's no. Y'all killing me, man. Y'all killing me. So first of all, bro, I heard that he could have been working at the event or some shit like that. And the knife that he had, it wasn't really a knife. It was like a fucking screwdriver or something that's used to screw in whatever thing for the tents or whatever the case may be. It's a lot of speculation and a lot of different stories. Or however the case may be, whatever it was, he used it as a fucking knife and he stabbed the boy, right? Now, mind you.
Let me add something real quick, bro. Again, I don't mean to interrupt you because that's something that usually you hear in panels, everybody over talking each other, and I try not to do that. But I've heard a couple times down in Texas, the state of Texas, you can actually carry a blade. You know what I mean? To where you can actually carry a blade. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it was just a blade that he was carrying, but again, even if it wasn't a knife or whatever weapon he was using or whatever it was, you know what I mean? It would have been better off if maybe he would have defended himself in another way. But again, when you're in that panic, you're in that fight or flight mode, you know what I mean? It just something takes over you and you end up just doing what you got to do because again, it's just him and all these different people that are around him that are approaching him. So what do you do in that situation?
Yeah, so it was what's his name? Austin Metcalf and his brother. So they was twins. You know what I'm saying? They both was one is bigger than the other, and I can see, you know, you being a little intimidated in it's two of them. And like I say, it probably was a predominantly Caucasian event. And even if you wasn't the only melanated person there, you probably was like the third melanated motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Even if you wasn't the only one, you probably like two other people. And one was working a hot dog stand and the other one was a student. But anyway, she says, I think it's crazy that he had a knife and allegedly I said, touch me and see what happens. So this is the problem with that, Miss CC. As a child or as a youth, I done said that shit before. Touch me and see what happens. As a man, I done got into a situation with people and I done said, touch me and see what happens. Now, I don't know about nobody else, but I know those words have came out my mouth before. And I have experienced a situation where motherfucker push me, put their hands, or touch me again and see what happens. Like, come on, Miss CC, stop that shit. Like, we gonna keep it 100. We gonna keep it all the way 100. It fucked up as the cultural traditions or whatever the fuck lifestyle that we all live may be. I didn't experience this as being a melanated individual. Touch me and see what happens. You feel me? Or you get a little push off on me and we argue and boom and okay, do that shit again and watch what I do to you. You feel me? Like that didn't happen before. So I don't think that part is crazy, and I don't think that's a little bit too far fetched. You know what I'm saying, right? Because I that's the lingo, that's the words, that's what we say. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah. I've been through situations like that too, where I had to let it be known, like, look, if you touch me, I'm gonna have to touch you back. You know what I mean? If you do this, I'm gonna have to do this. I have to let you know the consequences of your actions. You know what I'm saying?
See,
So I feel you on that.
Yeah, she says to me that's premeditated, and he prepared to stab the boy. So that's not premeditated. And see, and that's how they take it. See, it's not. If I'm telling you to touch me and see what happened, you know what I'm saying? Once I'm alert, if my back isn't turned or whatever the situation may be, and we arguing, if you don't have a gun, 9 times out of 10, if I say touch me again and see what happened, if it ain't to that point or to that level, 9 times out of 10, usually the other motherfucker don't touch you. You know what I'm saying? Like shit just it die off sometimes. It depends on you know what I'm saying what it is. Like they kids. Like that could have been a situation of him saying that and the motherfucker walking off. But guess what, Miss CC? It also said after he said that the motherfucker put his hands back on him. So premeditated or not, after I told you to touch me and see what happened, why the fuck would you touch me to see what happens? So to me, you brought this shit on yourself. I'm just saying. I don't know, Ray. I could be wrong. I could be overdoing it, but
no, bro, you're good. I mean, like I said, everybody has their own perspective of a situation. You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? Again, I think personally it could have went a different way. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying what he did was right or wrong, but what I'm saying is when you're in that situation and you're outnumbered, you know what I'm saying, and you're pretty much under that pressure, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Doesn't mean that he did the right thing. You know what I mean? Because let's say if it was in reverse, let's say if the dude if Carmelo Anthony never stabbed him and he just got beat up, you know what I'm saying, and these kids just piled on him and beat him to death, then what would the story be about and what would we be talking about? You know what I'm saying? And how would people react to that? See, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you have to see things and then you look at it in reverse. You know what I mean? The what if, could have, question everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts. She said our children allowed to carry blades in Texas though. So I'm finna look that up right now for you, CC. I'm finna look that up, the legal age to carry a knife in Texas. She says I totally agree with you, Con. She's damn my bad. She says I totally agree with you, Con. I said that too. But you can't claim to be so afraid though if you give that ultimatum. Yes, you can because it's called fight or flight. You never know. Let me tell you something, man. I know killers that can't kill. But I know scary motherfuckers that'll kill you in a drop of a hat. You know what I'm saying? I'm shit.
I feel you. I'm laughing at what Kane said here.
Scary motherfucker hurt you quicker than what? Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? That's not an ultimatum. That's more of a I would think a defense mechanism or a defense tactic. You feel me? You know that talking loud type shit. Hopefully a motherfucker back down. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Before, listen, even if we wanna fight or we know we can whoop a motherfucker, we'll say some shit to try to see if a motherfucker back down by using some crazy shit or saying some crazy shit before we actually want to scrap. You feel me? And I believe that's most guys. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe motherfuckers just always out here wanna, you know what I'm saying, just get into it. I think motherfuckers talk crazy and say that shit hoping that a motherfucker back down. But in this case, motherfucker ain't back down. And in a lot of cases, motherfuckers don't back down. You know what I'm saying? That happened to me in 1998. I whooped the neighborhood bully that day. You see what I'm saying? See, Miss CC,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I'm trying to tell you, Miss CC. This shit happens to us in our communities. You
Yeah, it
know,
does.
you can't say because a motherfucker say touch me and see what happened. Uh 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 you know that's premeditated because it's not, because that's how we talk.
hmm Like you said, man, I done been through situations. Like I said earlier, I done been through situations where I had to let it be known. You know, you get tired of the buffoonery and the foolishness. You know what I'm saying? And people testing you and seeing how far they can go with the disrespect. Sometimes I had to let it be known, like, look, this is the last time you're gonna do this,
So Miss
or
CC,
you know what I mean?
it's
Not saying that Miss CC is
Texas,
wrong,
individual
but she definitely got a point.
carry knives any length in most locations, including open or concealed carry. Minors under 18 can carry blades within I'm sorry, can carry knives with blades shorter than 5.5 inches anywhere in the state. However, minors cannot carry location restricted knives, generally those blades longer than 5.5 inches, except on their own premise or in a vehicle they own, control, or under the directive or supervision of a parent or guardian, according to the American Knife and Tool Institute. So, if that whatever blade that he stabbed that young man with wasn't over 5.5 inches, yes, it was legal for him to have that blade.
hmm
You know, there you go.
Yeah, yep, there it
And
goes.
also, if you're 18, Ray, they goddamn it, they saying you can carry a damn Bowie knife wherever the fuck you want to go,
hmm
and you ain't even gotta
Yep,
have
I
it.
heard the same.
You can have a
Yeah,
motherfucking
I heard.
swing blade on you.
Uh-huh. Yeah. hmm
In
Let's see. I'm
Texas,
trying.
that's
Is my mic
crazy.
good, bro? Am I coming in good, bro?
Oh, wait,
Just to make sure my audio is good, because like I said, I ain't been on StreamYard in like in a minute. And I'm trying to make sure these headsets is
that's
good.
shit
So I'm
crazy.
coming in good though, right, bro?
She says, flight or flight. So if you're afraid, why not take flight? He could have walked or even ran away, but this pride and ego got the best of him. Um, so this was it was a track meet. I'm not it was a track meet, yes, but it wasn't at the school, so it was an off campus event that happened to be a track meet, yes. And that's why I said, Miss Cece, I do believe that he could have hit the boy and then ran. But like Ray 636 said, what if he would have just stood there and didn't pull a knife and they would have beat this boy to a pulp or beat him to death, and then we having a different situation. Now, like I said, I do think it was over the top. I think he could have stole off the motherfucker and he could have ran and got up out of there. But
Major
again, being a
facts.
predominantly white town, the only black person probably that was there. I don't know the schematics of the situation.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? But more than likely, that's what it was. Because it did come out about that town being the wrong town to be doing what the hell he did. You feel me? And that it was a good thing that he turned himself in. These were what the reports were saying. This ain't some shit that I'm just agreeing with and just coming out of my mouth. You know what I'm saying? This is what the reports were saying. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
even at a
So
school event.
I don't know.
Even at a school event. Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know, man. But you still there, Ray?
Oh, see, my
I can't hear
headset's
you.
messing up
I
on me.
can't hear you.
Okay.
You put
Yeah, my
yourself on mute.
headset's messing up on me. No, oh, okay. I see him. Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm good.
I know y'all
I'm
can hear
good
me.
now.
Oh, probably that's why. Let's go. Why is my shit steady going in and out, man?
I'm thinking it's probably my headset. My headset's probably dying on me. I got to charge these damn things up, man.
There you go, man. Listen, my
All right, I'm good now.
right tonight.
Yeah, I know. It's just crazy, right? I'm thinking it's my headset. Probably my headset needs to get juiced up or whatnot. But I'm still rocking with you, bro. I'm
No,
still
so
here.
no, my
I'm still here.
yeah, no, my board keep going in and out. It was my board. That's probably why I would automatically went on mute to keep going in and out. I got a lot of shit hooked up. My bad. My bad. You know,
No,
and the
you good,
signal,
bro.
I guess the signal been rough, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, man, so I don't know, Miss CC. I think you just I don't know. I think you a little bit emotional, emotionally tied to this shit. I don't think you really thinking this shit through. Or you could just because you're a woman and you might not experience the shit that me, Hurricane, and Wraith didn't experience. You feel me? Because like I say, I done been through this shit. She said, "What if he had stayed under the high school tent and not even went over there to begin with?" I think that's how they said this whole thing. So no, Miss CC, Carmelo was under the tent and they walked up on him telling him to get the fuck from underneath the tent. That's how this shit jumped off. He walked to the tent. They said supposedly he was somewhere that he wasn't supposed to be, and they took it upon themselves to be the tent police and put their hands on the boy.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't read these articles, Miss CC. You go pull them up. Go Google them. You can reread them yourself. And every time them motherfuckers switch up. They switch up. That's why I don't believe none of that shit. They switch up. I think they trying to do just like how they said, bro. They said they weren't gonna charge the boy. The boy wasn't gonna suffer capital punishment and all this. He wasn't gonna get life in prison and all this shit. That and the third.
Mhm.
Now here they
Mhm.
come trying to charge his ass as an adult and want to give him. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Well, of
Apparently,
course, you got to see that coming. You got to see that
yeah,
coming. Of course.
yeah. So apparently he was under a rival school tent when the altercation happened. I don't give a fuck if he was under Jesus Christ tent. You, you don't put your hands on no goddamn body. That's what that
Uh,
see all this self and all this extra shit that we talking about, bro. That shit has nothing to do with nothing when a motherfucker didn't put their hands on you. Now I get it. We
mhm.
got laws in play that dictates or determines when you can use excessive force. But that's bullshit because I can still off you and you can hit your motherfucking head on the concrete and die. I didn't use excessive force. The motherfucking ground did. You fell and hit that motherfucker. But I still can get charged with murder. You feel
Blame
me?
that shit on gravity. Gravity did that shit.
That's what I'm saying. But shit, I don't know. But because if we took it to a flat earth court, we'll probably get off because they don't think gravity exists. I'm just I'm man, shit, man. God damn. You know what I'm saying? Big
Man.
shout out to all my flat earthers out there, man. I ain't fucking with y'all or nothing like that. I think y'all
Nah,
y'all beautiful people.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
I done heard that argument too much, man. Flat Earth, round Earth. You man, look, Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd done took care of that argument a long time ago. You ever watch them old cartoons? How they be arguing flat Earth, round Earth. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that's an old ass argument, man. But you know, it's entertaining, so that's what goes.
What if, goddamn it, what if the earth wasn't either? What if it wasn't flat and what the fuck if it wasn't round? See, like when motherfuckers get talking about them atoms and shit and how everything can pass through everything and there's really no such thing as matter because matter ain't shit but atoms and atoms are constantly vibrating and we
Mhm.
supposed to be able to phase through each other and the only reason we don't phase through each other is because of the electromagnetic force field that's around us and then once atoms come together that ionic bond repels. That's what makes things solid. Like so shit really ain't solid. Like come on man, like this should be crazy man. All that spooky ass scientific all that shit
That's
be
all it
crazy.
is, man. That's all it
You
is.
know?
It sounds good. It
Yeah,
sounds
it
good.
sounds good to the motherfucker, don't it? You know what I'm saying? When we talking, it sounds good to the motherfucker when we talking, man. But and don't get me wrong, I ain't saying I don't knock it. I like some of that shit. I study it.
I know,
And
no doubt.
yeah, most definitely. Miss Cece says, well, either way, I hope he gets what he deserves. Whether that may be these boys are too afraid to actually fight nowadays. And
Mm.
when they take it to this extreme, this is what happened. But Miss Cece, he was outnumbered. He was still outnumbered, Miss Cece. You sound like Candace Owens now, Miss Cece.
Oh man.
You can, yeah, yeah.
Oh
She give me
man. You
Candace.
can't
She
you
give me
can't
Candace.
downgrade nobody. Okay, it's Owen vibes. Oh man, that's bad.
Yeah, she give me Candace Owens vibes. She ain't giving you Candace Owens a little bit. You feel me? That just a little bit. Come on, Ray, you gotta fuck with me on that one. She giving me Candace Owens vibes, and I love my Miss CC, but she giving me Candace Owens right now. God damn.
I mean, it's a different form of opinion. You know what I'm saying? And at
Yeah.
the end of the day, again, we're all just kind of specifying what's what. You know what I mean? But the actual situation at hand, you know what I mean? Carmelo Anthony and whoever else was in that environment, they know exactly what's going on. We're just kind of paralleling off of pretty much of what we could assume, what we would think, and try to base some of that off our own personal life experiences. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, like you said earlier, you got to do more research. You know what I'm saying? Don't just stop at one point. You got to keep digging and be optimistic. You know what I'm saying? And open your mind and think of different scenarios of what could be. Because nobody really knows the truth. except for the people who were in that event. You know what I'm saying? So that's all
Facts.
I can say is pretty much just keep doing your research and just question every damn thing and don't stop questioning. Because who knows, bro? Miss CC could be on point with everything she's throwing out there. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about who's right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's about how far can we come together and glue these pieces together. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? And figure out, how can we connect the dots here? You know what I mean? Without, because the media, the mainstream media will spin everything in circles. You know what I'm saying? And have you thinking one way and somebody else thinking another way. And then we come together like now we're having sessions and it turns into a big argument. You know what I'm saying? Not that we're doing that. I appreciate the vibe and energy. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
I'm going to
Yeah,
land
yeah.
my plane. I don't want to speak too much.
Oh man, you can talk as long as you want to, brother. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it,
Listen,
man.
but yeah, but you know what? I
Mm,
don't even know why the arguing and shit. See that, and that's crazy. Like, what's the argument about? Even though we got differences of opinion, and don't get me wrong, I respect what everybody's saying. And that Candace
mm.
on shit, I was just joking, Miss CC. But
Yeah, no doubt.
because I feel what she's saying, but how can you feel that way when? Because I guarantee you, if two women were to approach you and you had a knife in your bag, the first thing you would do would be not to run if they attacked you.
Mhm.
I'm just saying. See, we don't ask ourselves this shit when we look at it from, oh well, that shit ain't happening to us. We look at it from the outside looking in. Now put yourself in that motherfucking
Mhm.
situation, Miss CC. So if two big ass women came up on your little bitty old self and started to attack you and you had a knife in your bag, you mean to tell me your first thought or your first reaction is gonna run? No, your first thought is to get in that bag, get that knife, and poke one of these bitches and get the fuck on.
Yeah. Yeah, you're in that panic mode. You know what I'm saying? You're
That's
you know what
what
I mean?
fight
You're
or flight
excited. Your
is.
adrenaline's rushing. Yeah, you fight or flight. You in that panic mode. You know what I'm saying? And that can come on, especially with society being the way it is, where everything is so goddamn intense and people are quick to react instead of thinking out how they want to go about the situation. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's
She
Kansas
says, "Do you?"
Owens, man. I don't even think Kansas Owens believe half of the shit that she says. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, cause
For real,
I
bro. This,
But you know what? I actually like Candace, man. Don't I think listen, I think people be overdoing it with her. I think a lot of times, bro, she be keeping it as real as she can fucking keep it, bro. From her
mm,
experiences and from her lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? She keep it as real as she can keep it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And I didn't used to like Judge
sure.
Joe Brown. You know what I'm saying? Until I started studying and listening to the literature, listening to some of the things he was talking about, I fucks with him.
Mm,
I see why he was saying the things that he was saying. And then as we keep living and we keep seeing older people our age, brother, we keep seeing people that's older than us, we keep seeing people that's right underneath us, and then we keep seeing these young motherfuckers that, bro, you hear the stories that I read? These motherfucking people are insane.
yeah.
I'm embarrassed
No,
to
I
call
agree with
myself
you.
a human being at times, man.
Right.
This shit is so sad, bro.
Right, but I'm more liable to believe something that you would say or Miss CC or my brother Hurricane. I would rather believe something that y'all say versus these script actors. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Just someone she'll say anything for money. You know what I'm saying? This is all set up. It's all just a deception game. You know what I mean? So
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
take what you said with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? These are people you see on television.
I forgot about that, brother. I forgot they getting paid to push that. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right.
It's a game,
So
brother. It's a game.
Miss CC asking us a question, bro. She says, do you guys think it would be different if the other boy was black? I'm gonna let you go ahead and rock out.
That was the same question that I raised earlier. If
No,
the
but
other
so,
boy is black, no, God, bro, what you gonna say?
so I'm assuming she's saying is if everybody that was involved was black. And
Mm,
I'm thinking that's what she's saying. I'm guessing like so Carmelo killing a black boy. Do you think it
mm.
would be the same thing, or do you think it'd be different if what I'm saying the guy that he stabbed was a black boy?
Oh, it'd be the same thing, man. The only difference is there'd be riots. You know what I'm saying? There'll be global riots, not just one little section or one little area. Oh yeah, it'll be your damn what George Floyd situation all over again. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the elites want, in my opinion. They want the distractions. You know what I'm saying? They want people to be uproaring and doing what they're doing, which gives them the opportunity to manipulate behind the scenes and put other things going in motion. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if it was in reverse, it'd have been the same thing. I mean, we're already painted as melanated men, and women. We're already put in a position where we're being seen as criminals and this and that's the third. So that does nothing but boost up the stereotype,
And
and that's
please,
just
people,
my
stop
opinion.
saying, yeah, and I agree with you. And people, please stop saying that everybody got melanin. And people, oh, everybody, yeah, I know everybody got melanin, but motherfuckers, we got more melanin than other people. So that's why I describe myself as a melanated individual. I get tired of people asking me, why the fuck you say melanated all the time? Because, brother, we are melanated individuals. There are 5 different types of melanin that we have that other people don't have. Even people that look dark that are not from our region do not have all the melanins that we have. So y'all don't even know that shit. When y'all be seeing them dark Indian motherfuckers, they don't have all the melanin that we have.
Mhm.
You know what
See,
I'm
we
saying,
all
bro?
as human beings, we all have melanin within us. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
But some of
yes.
us have more melanin that's exposed and seen on the outside. You know what I'm saying? But we all do carry that melanin what's inside of us. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm
But
saying?
that's
Yeah,
another
man.
thing I get tired of hearing, man. I get tired of hearing titles and labels for black or melanin, we're indigenous, for this and that to the third. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, bro, I just claim it all. You
Yeah,
know what
I
I mean?
mean, cause
Instead of being stuck in one spot, I'll just claim it all. I'm all that shit.
I mean, bro, hey, no, you not wrong, brother, because we are all that shit. We are indigenous to these
Exactly.
lands. You know what I'm saying? We
Absolutely.
are indigenous to
Absolutely.
these lands, brother. We are native to these lands. And some of our ancestors did get captured and brought the fuck over here. You know what I'm saying? And and
Right on.
and and I don't and my stop, man. This is why you can't tell me, bro. This is another thing. When this place was created, I don't think that he just created one group of motherfuckers. He created a lot of us, a whole lot of us. We were just more civil than the other people until the other people decided that, look, this ain't how the fuck we finna keep living. We finna start killing and pillaging. And when they did, guess what? They still lived like animals. They had kingdoms and still was sleeping in fucking barns with the cows, the chickens, and the fucking horses. They're smelling like shit. That's why when you get these European people, bro, that's why, well, I don't know about it, but still some, they don't wash up. They think that shit is kosher to not wear deodorant and to not use water when they get this shit is crazy.
Yeah, shit is
You
crazy.
older
I agree.
yourself. You know,
I agree.
we civilized these people, man. You know, history states that. We civilized these people. And I don't want to say
And
it, I don't want to
I,
these people like that. I ain't saying it like that because I love everybody. But god damn it. And to answer your question, Miss CC, if it was a white boy that stabbed a black guy, I think, yeah, we probably would have told this motherfucker up. But if it was a black boy that would have stabbed another black boy, I don't think it would have been that much. Or if it was a white boy, or Carmelo Anthony was white and he would have stabbed and he'd have stabbed the other white boy, I don't think it would have been that much. When it's race on race type shit, that shit really ain't no tension. They sweep and throw that shit under the bus. You feel me? It will be such a tragic event if a white boy killed another white boy. You know, it would be tragic event, and the fucking vigil will be held for 3 months for each. All that boy, you know how they do that shit. But yeah, but uh, I do think it would have been the same thing if it was a little white boy that stabbed the black boy. Yeah, I think we probably would try to tear this motherfucker up. You know what I'm saying? Now, the white people don't do what we do, so they ain't try to tear it up. But they was real rebellious. You know what I'm saying? And not saying that they don't tear shit up, because they will.
I was getting ready to
But you know,
say.
they
I was
they
getting ready to
they
say they will tear that
yeah,
motherfucker up.
yeah,
They'll
they
wild out
will. Yeah.
too. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
oh yeah, where you think we get it from? Bro,
Hey,
the things that we do are a learned fucking condition, bro. The English language that we speak, even though they come from everywhere, that shit is learned from them. You know what I'm saying? We ain't come over here talking like this. We ain't come over here acting like this. We ain't know what gangs was. We ain't know what none of this shit was until we became colonized. And
that
then,
part.
goddamn it, when they said we couldn't keep you niggas as slaves no more, get y'all ass out here on y'all own, we became sharecroppers. That's why I don't see why niggas don't like to farm no more, and why niggas don't like to be outside. We are tropical people. We go outside in the sun and we act a goddamn fool.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
But yeah, bro, we was sharecroppers and shit like that. Like we learned how to farm. We was productive with our time. What the fuck
Absolutely.
happened?
Absolutely.
What the fuck happened? We stopped
Times
caring.
change, man.
Yeah,
we
well,
stopped caring. Everybody got into the ego boosting and making money and getting, especially on social media, the views, the likes. You know what I'm saying? Helping people out with a camera on, showing the world that look, I'm a caring person. Look, I'm giving somebody money. You know what I mean? With the camera on. I mean, it's all about exploitation, man.
yeah, yeah. That's why I said I wanted to give my cousin the money. I'm like, you know what? Nah, I ain't gonna do that. I'm like, I even thought that shit would be corny, man. I ain't finna do all that. But it wasn't. But I wasn't doing it to try to make it seem like I'm doing some shit. You know what I'm saying? I just was doing it to show, to try to show them love. But again, I know how that shit can be construed. You know what I'm talking about? She says, I'm just messing with I'm not running. I'm doing exactly what Mello did. See, you see what I'm saying? Hold on, Ray. See what you heard what Monkey Man said the other day. Monkey Man said, God damn it, I know I'm standing on my convictions, but I didn't turn my shit around after listening to you. So I told you, Ray, if two motherfuckers walk, at first she said I would for sure run. Now look at her, Ray. I'm just messing with you, Con. I'm not running. I'm doing exactly what Mello did. I'm hoping I don't get charged. That's he could have handled it differently.
You
Given
put
the
some good you put some good points out there, man, and that's my thing is having a way where we can all come together. We may not all agree, you know what I mean, about things, but a good discussion and a good conversation, you know what I'm saying? You still may not agree with it, but you have an understanding, you know what I mean? Without anybody yelling or hollering or getting aggressive or only feelings. You know what I'm saying?
hmm So she says they're kids. They were at a school event. It's different for us as adults. So I would have to handle my own. But these kids have resource officers, security administrators, and etc. Okay, again, Miss CC, this was not. This was a school event that did not. This was a track meet. So they wasn't at the school. 9 times out of 10, they was at a park or at a stadium. You know what I'm saying, or what they call these places. Oh shit. What do they call these places, man? But anyway, because like we go practice footballs and shit there, like at these little centers, man. I forgot what they call them. But anyway, so they
Like
probably was in
rallies,
some shit like that was in. Oh, what you say?
like rallies, festivals, stuff like that.
No. I'm about the building that they call for the races. Like oh man, bro, like you know how you go to for like I forgot like a facility, a special facility. I
Oh,
will say
like a rec center,
facility, yeah, like a sports facility or sports center or whatever, some shit like that.
like a
Like
rec
where we can
center,
go
rec center.
or a rec center or something like that. Yeah, like we got a croc
Yeah.
center out here. You know what I'm saying? You can go to a batting cage. They got it split off where they got basketball and then they got turf fields where you can practice soccer and your football and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So they probably was at a place like that had an indoor track and field. Yeah, it probably was security there. It probably was other administration there. But this was probably out, but this event was outside because they said it was tense. So this wasn't indoors, so it probably was at a park. Now you got to think about this, Miss CC. Who paying attention? If it's a lot of people around, people, y'all gotta know we don't pay attention to shit as is. So what makes you think out of all them people that was at this event that they paying attention to these three people? Even if it was 100 motherfuckers around them, probably like 5 or 6 was paying them some attention. So even if he'd have stole off that boy and started running through that motherfucker and they was chasing him, they would have thought they was either playing or he'd have had to stop and tell somebody, oh, look, get them. And do you think if he would have stopped and told an adult to get them, that they would have stopped without putting their hands on him? It still probably would have been some instance of physical uh, violence being taking place. So I don't know, man. Like, and then you saying they kids. What if this shit happened on the street? Ain't no motherfucker. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm going outside the box because we know it was at a sporting event. But what if this shit happened on the street? Like, what if they didn't finish whatever they finished at this sporting event, right? And let's just say, for instance, whoop the bam, and then, goddamn it, they called him out on the street. And what if he, you know what I'm saying, stabbed him out on the street from some shit that stemmed from after this sporting event? Then what? Will we be saying the same thing? It's a bunch of different scenarios that could have happened that didn't happen because he stabbed him.
Mhm.
But we don't know how this shit could have played out.
Mhm. I mean, the only way you really would know is if you're in that situation yourself. You know what I'm saying? And then you would know what to do, or at least how it went down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See, that's why you
See,
got to
but she,
question everything, man.
yeah,
You
bro,
got to
but she
question
trying to make it
everything.
seem like because they children, bro. And like I say, it's the same shit. It's the same
Mhm.
shit if he was an adult.
Yeah.
Shit, because I'm telling you, bro, I'm admitting to it, Miss CC. I have been in this situation as an adult male and as an adolescent male. And I have been the one that said, put your hands on me again and see what happened. Not necessarily to incite this motherfucker to put their hands on me, because I might have been scared at that time. Scared that I'm gonna do something real bad to this motherfucker, or scared that motherfucker might do something to me. But I have said it. And I've been the aggressor in situations, and I done had a motherfucker tell me, touch me again and see what happens. But in any event, man, it's tragic. You know, I just don't believe that for me, man, I just don't think the young man should be tried. Um, you know what I'm saying? I don't think he should be getting no death penalties. I don't think he should be getting no first degree murder. I think they really should try it as self defense. And get a young man some probation. You feel me? Some probation, some community service. You feel me, and some shit like that, and go to some anger management classes, and just do a few programs up to the age of 21. I don't think he should go into inside of the justice penal system and get no record. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, just for me, even though he made a bad decision like that, you know what I'm saying? The man had a 4.0 GPA. He was accepted to a few colleges and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? This wasn't a case of a child just running rampant and just disrespectful, even if he was, and we don't know. But you know, according to sources, this wasn't just a young man who was just out here. No, matter of fact, I take that back. He was trying to go to the military. So I don't think this was just a case of a young man that's just out here running rapid and running wild. So again, what I would tell him, well, I don't know if the military will take him now because he got this case going on, but I'll try to join the motherfucking army right now, or the Marines or some shit. And I ain't gonna tell them I got this case and shit. Hopefully they'll kick your ass out when you get in if they find out you got to go to court for killing a little white boy. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying?
Well, see,
I'm just,
and everything you put down, bro, I agree with. You know what I'm saying? But that's coming from a civilized society. You know what I mean? Standpoint. They're going to try to use him as a prime example. You know what I'm saying? Like they do everything else.
mm,
And that's fact, man. They I wouldn't be surprised if they do the total opposite of what you said. Even though I totally agree with what you said, bro. But that's the civilized way. That's the common sense way that you would think. You know what I mean? That they will go about that situation.
yeah.
I have a feeling it's going to be the opposite, man.
Yeah, I just hope well, you know, I know it's gonna be the opposite, but I'm really hoping that it's not. Miss Cece says, I just wish he had taken the high road, and when they said he
Mhm.
didn't belong there, just walk away and go tell an adult that he wanted to be over there, and he wanted to be over there, and they were giving him a hard time about it. Um, that shit don't work, Miss Cece. Yeah, and I'm gonna keep it 100, man. I hate when motherfuckers say tell the teacher, bro. Like, I know, man, because I'm gonna keep it 100, man. I don't know if motherfuckers listen, and y'all experiences might be y'all experiences, and I ain't knocking that shit, bro. Telling the teacher don't do a motherfucking thing, bro. Telling an adult or
Mhm.
administrator inside of the school that a motherfucker's fucking with you, picking on you, bullying you, that shit don't do shit, bro. 'Cause they don't do shit about it, bro.
I agree. I agree.
Well, I don't know what they do now, but if I was implementing the shit that you telling me to do then when I was coming up in high school and grammar school, motherfuckers wasn't doing shit about it.
Mhm.
I'm
Pretty much.
telling you this for a fact, Miss Cece. They wasn't doing shit
Mhm.
about it.
You're pretty
You know what
much
I'm
on
saying,
your
bro? They
own in
wasn't
that
doing shit.
situation.
That's why I say I hate when motherfuckers say tell it. Yeah, bro. Like all the time. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I say, man, we ain't teaching our motherfucking kids emotional control and intelligence and shit, or how to have
That
empathy
part.
or how to pay it forward. 'Cause motherfucking adults don't know it. That's why.
Mhm.
That's why when you tell an adult, that's why the shit ain't nothing getting done about it. Cause shit, they don't know how to handle this situation.
Mhm. Facts.
Shit. The fuck?
That,
I imagine a kid coming to an adult about a kid problem, and this adult can't even handle this kid problem.
mm-hmm.
But you
That
supposed to be the
part.
motherfucker protecting us here. Oh man.
Yeah. No, that's
I
real.
ain't
That's real talk.
Yeah. Now I ain't saying I hate it because because I want that to be true. I want to be able.
Mm-hmm.
I want kids to be able to go to adults or go to you know what I'm saying, individuals, bro. That's supposed to be responsible enough to handle situations or to break things apart and settle situations and shit like yeah, we want that. That could be that's what help us. You know what I'm saying? Get the shit off our chest and rectify and yeah. But that ain't what happened, man. You go tell a teacher that a motherfucker fucking with you, bro. You know what the teacher say? Oh man, just move over here, go over there, yada. Or the motherfucking teacher don't even respond and say shit to you at all.
Yeah.
Oh, but
I
go to the
mean,
office, go tell somebody in the office. You go
uh,
tell somebody in the office, they too busy to even do something about it.
no, that's real. Now you do have some teachers, and some guidance counselors, and all that. You do got some who actually give a damn and will, make an attempt to do something. But that's a rare thing. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely a rarity where you can get adult. You know what I mean? To do what they're supposed to do as an adult. You know what I mean?
Well, shit, by the time that do happen, bro, shit, I probably already got my ass whooped or done beat some ass
That's
already.
real.
But they take.
That's real. That's real. No, I feel you. I'm with you on that. That's real.
Yeah, and I ain't trying to sound ratchet, ghetto, or any of them bad puns or anything of that nature. And I ain't trying to put that on my people, but I know what I experienced.
Hmm. Yeah.
I know what I
Got to speak
experienced.
from experience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and let me tell y'all something. I didn't go to high school with black kids or melanated kids. Man, the high school that I went to, man, there probably was 50 of us in that motherfucker, and we was the gang bangers. It's crazy, ain't it? Man, I went to
Yeah.
school with Asians, Ethiopians, Arabs, shit. Anything that wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like shit, that's Caucasians too, but
Yeah.
a lot of exotic Caucasians. You know what I'm saying? Different European, a lot of Africans and shit like that. Wasn't nobody like me and you in there, right? Like I said, it was like 50 of us
Uh-huh.
in there. No bullshit.
Uh-huh. I feel you,
No
man. I've been there
bullshit.
before. I've been there before myself, man. I mean,
And
nothing
guess
wrong with
what?
having diversity, man. Nothing wrong with that at
Yeah,
all.
yeah, but I'm saying though, I said that to say this, bro. That shit happened with them too. Even inside of there with them. I ain't just hear
Hmm.
all this shit just in my hood. I heard this shit even with them.
Yeah.
Even with
Yeah.
them.
Hmm.
Touch me, see what happened. Going to tell the teachers and the principals and they don't do shit about wore out the band.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man.
Mhm.
Shit. And then and they respond different. Them the white motherfuckers freak the fuck out.
That's real shit, though. They do. Yeah. Real shit. Hmm.
We freak out maybe in a different way. And I just think that's listen, I ain't gonna even say it because I know, man, suicide is definitely a real thing. Mental
Hmm.
illness is definitely a real thing.
Absolutely.
But don't take this the wrong way. When I say man up and don't be a pussy and seek some help,
Mm.
I say that in a way of, you know what I'm saying, unaliving yourself is not gonna help fix the situation for the next
Hmm.
generation or somebody that's up under you or somebody that may be looking up to you that you don't even know. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
Or breaking down or knowing you're breaking down without actually going to seek that help that you may need and that guidance
Mm.
or that mentorship or anything that can help you or seduce or suppress what's going on with you. You know what I'm saying? Due to the societal effects. A lot of us don't want to go see counselors and therapists. And again, especially at this age, because we're talking about children. Because this all stem for the Carmelo Anthony. So I just want to speak out. I'm speaking towards things not only from that track meet, bro, from a school event that was held maybe outside of the school, but what happens when these kids get in life and these things happen to them in life and they not at school, and when they with their friends, or when they at these malls, or when they on these buses, or when they at these parks, or when they just walking down the street. You feel me?
I
Like
feel
this
you,
shit,
bro.
this
No, you said I
yeah,
feel you.
this Carmelo Anthony, Austin Metcalf shit, that type of thing just doesn't happen at track meets. This type of thing happens with kids everywhere, all over. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
All over. Miss Cece says, I think he should immediately. She says, I think he should be immediately driving the shit to Iran. Win for him since he wants to serve his country. If he makes it back alive, he's free, no jail time, but taking a life. If he got into the military, if they allowed him, they wouldn't lock him up. That should be over with. I'm saying the military gonna tell that judge to go fuck themselves. He under their control now.
Mhm.
I'll tell you what they gonna tell him. You know what I'm saying? I know a motherfucker who did some shit like that. She said, and he's smart. So he may not even have to worry about combat. But he needs to earn his freedom at this point since the other boy's parents have lost their son forever because of his lack of self-control. Yeah, you still now you back to giving me Candace Owens. You back to giving me Candace Owens, CC. God
But you know
damn.
what though? Let me say this though. I think the most important, and this is just my opinion, respectfully. You know what I mean? This is where communication comes into play. You know what I'm saying? With my daughters and my son. You know what I'm saying? When these certain events happen, when certain situations go on, and they ask me questions, the only thing I can do is be honest and try to direct them as best as I can as far as giving them advice. You know what I'm saying, on what to do in a situation. You know what I'm saying, being a father. You know what I'm saying, and we just have to be more communicated when it comes to our people. You know what I'm saying, whether it's being our people or especially our family. You know what I mean, you got to be more communicative about that and see things from both angles instead of just looking at it one way or another way. Because who knows? Again, we've been saying it the whole time. Who knows what actually really happened? Except for Carmelo Anthony and the guys who were there at that current moment. You know what I'm saying? But that's why we have to communicate. You know what I'm saying? And we got this panel going, and we're going back and forth. The chat's doing what they're doing, and it's good to have breakdowns like this. You know what I mean? Because I'm learning my damn self. I ain't gonna front.
Yeah.
I'm up here
And
learning all kind of stuff.
you know what's crazy? What's crazy is where these phones at? Usually it's a phone or something that's involved and some shit is getting videotaped. You mean to tell me wasn't no
Mhm.
footage of this at all? Something ain't right, man. Something
See
ain't
what I'm
right.
saying? See what I
Something ain't
mean?
right.
Gotta
Something ain't right.
question everything, man.
Because like I
Gotta.
say, yeah, you're right. Got to question everything. Because like I say, brother Ray 636, even if it was 1,000 people at that thing, I've been in places like that where if me and another motherfucker got into it, even though there's so many people in there, only maybe 5 people might see that we into it or said that something might be going on. You feel me? So
I
where's
feel
those 2 to 3 people or those witnesses that might have seen exactly what those 2 boys walked up and did? That's willing to come out and
you.
tell the truth to say that those boys aggressively walked up on that young man and did what the fuck they did, and that young man defended himself. You know, and you know words and shit, man. When you telling stories, bro, that's why I hate texts and shit. Words always can get misconstrued. You feel me?
Absolutely.
Especially text
Absolutely.
messages. Yeah, man, you feel me? And then guess what? If I'm in a predominantly white place and I'm black or whatever the case may be, my lingo may not be your lingo.
Mhm.
So when I'm talking
Right.
how I talk, yeah. So when I'm talking how I talk, you might think I'm aggressive. You might think this is some bad shit or some you know what I'm saying. So now you in turn when you telling this story to the police or whoever you telling to, it paints me in a fucking even worse picture. You already fucking dead. Now and that, but see, because look how Miss DC taking it. Oh man, why would you say put your hands on me and see what happens? That means that it's a premeditated, calculated event that he said this to this young man. So he provoked this young man and ignited this young man into putting his hands on him. And then he knew that those words were gonna provoke him. So since he knew those words was going to provoke him, when he said those things, which makes that other young man put his hands on him, he took that as prime opportunity to pull out a weapon, which he shouldn't have done because he provoked. So since he provoked, it's not a case of self-defense. Now, if he'd have pulled this weapon out without saying, put your hands on me and see what happened, then we can say it was a different situation. Now we can probably say, well, he did it in self-defense, but because he spoke those words, and I'm not saying that this is what she's saying, but I guarantee you that's some of the premise and basis behind what she's saying. And I love you, Miss C. See, it ain't nothing wrong with what you're saying. It's just all about a matter of perception. It's all about a matter of understanding. But again, bottom line is no matter what the fuck we understand, no matter what the hell we trying to speculate, the fact of the matter is keep your motherfucking hands to yourself.
Yep.
Jesus could have came out there and told you, fuck you, and stole on you. That don't mean, excuse my language, y'all. That don't mean that you got to respect, because guess what? You ain't finna do that if this big time tough Tony ass nigga that you know in your hood and you see him every day, you know what I'm saying? You might have nodded at him or some shit like that, but y'all really ain't got no understanding about shit. If he walked up on you one day and slapped the fuck out of you, you feel me? And you see his big ass pipe and he got 10 homies behind him, your ass gonna walk off. You ain't finna try to be no motherfucking Superman and buck up at this nigga. I don't give a fuck how tough, how tough, how manly you think you is, man. I don't give a fuck what no niggas say, man. You feel me? I'm gonna keep it 100, man. Now, and I get it. We got some crazy motherfuckers out here that might, but I guarantee you, man, 9 times out of 10, a motherfucker gonna walk that slap off, bro. Gonna walk that shit off, bro. Come on, man. I'm gonna keep it 100, nigga. Now, let me tell you something, and I might walk that shit off, and I know I'm nuts. I might fuck around and walk that shit off, because I ain't trying to get Swiss cheese, bro. You feel me?
Can always be worse, man. Trying to be a superhero out there, you know what I mean?
Know what I'm saying? But keep your hands to yourself. Now, I ain't saying I might not plot and get that motherfucker later, but guess what? I might not even be plotting. I wouldn't even have to plot or do any of that if he'd have kept his hands to himself. That man might still be alive. Big up to Shawnee Corlo. That young man might still be alive if he kept his hands to himself. It don't matter what you say to somebody, man. Man, my people's always told me this. Did he put their hands on you? I used to get in trouble. Man, motherfucker say something to me, man. I'm in that ass. No diddy. Pause. I'm on it. Bam. Boom. Bop. Bop. It's cracking. Shit, in school, after school, the next day, we getting it. You feel me? And I was a little motherfucker. I'm big now, you feel me? But I was a little motherfucker, boy. It's cracking. And then, little motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? I don't think I had a complex. Maybe I did because I was a little motherfucker. But I wasn't taking none of that shit, bro. All that talking about, like, I ain't play that dozen shit, bro. First time motherfucking joke get the cracking, bro. Man, motherfucker T get knocked down their throat. Boy, we didn't do all I didn't do all that. Because I wasn't even good at it. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. You know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers used to always have better jokes than me. So I figured if I whooped your ass, you wouldn't be talking that shit. But now I understand I was wrong and completely wrong. And that ain't how life worked. You feel me? But I didn't know that at that time. But I'm glad I'm able to realize that now. You know what I'm saying? And if I was able to run across those people, I would apologize. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And then it's a wonder that I ain't got my ass whooped. Shit, you feel me? But yeah, like we don't, bro. Hell no, bro. No. See, that's why I say, man, the way they say this shit, bro. They even got Miss Cece food, bro. Did you hear that shit? Go to the military, gain his freedom. If he come back alive, he gained his freedom. You hear that shit? Are you serious?
You know what? It's a little out there. I ain't going front, but I mean, that's a good perspective. I mean, it's something to think about. I mean, that just means you have to do more research. You know what I mean? That's all that means to me. Do more research, do more reading. You know what I'm saying? Do more studying on this situation, man, and see things for what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Here she goes. So she says, let me ask you both this. If Austin was your son, what would you want to happen to Carmelo?
What would I want to do if that was my son?
Yeah, if Austin Metcalf was your son and Carmelo stabbed your son, what would you want to happen to Austin?
That's a damn good question. You know what? Absolutely, I would want justice, and I would demand that. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely would want justice, no doubt about it. But then
honestly,
again, if you know you're no, go ahead, bro.
Go ahead. No, I'm sorry. I thought you was finishing. Go ahead, finish up. I'm gonna go right after you.
No, well, I'm just gonna make it quick and say, if that was my son, absolutely, I would want justice. You know what I'm saying? But I would absolutely know exactly what I would teach my son and what kind of values I put in my son. You know what I mean? So if I know that my son has these moments where he likes to bully and do this and that to the third, yeah, I want justice, but I can't really bark at the family or try to cause an uproar because I know how my son is. You know what I'm saying? And that's just my opinion.
Fact. So me knowing that shit like that happened, I wouldn't want that
Mhm.
young man locked up for the rest. See, because then now, because shit, because of course we got to put the black and white thing on it. And I'm the parent of Austin. So do I want this young black man put on death row, killed and murdered, or harm coming to him? Now, am I racist or am I just being emotional? Hmm. Now, knowing that my son was the aggressor in this situation, knowing that
Mhm.
if my son hadn't put his hands on this young man, his punk ass would still be here right now.
Mhm.
Not saying that I don't love my son, but fair is fair. If my son would have kept his fucking hands to himself and used those things that I instilled in him, this wouldn't have happened. This wouldn't have happened because I don't think this was a case of those two young men being civil with Carmelo Anthony. I just don't think. I just don't think it was a case of them being civil. I think this was a case of aggression and a miss. What's the word I'm looking for? A situation of Carmelo not thinking this situation out all the way through. You feel me? Via because he was only 17 years old, and Via because, like I say, we don't know what was in his headspace at that time. But me personally being where I'm from, Brother Ray, this is why I said I'd have
Mhm.
stolen, fucking probably took off because I know how to get down, I know how to box, and we had an event, so I know too. See, and that's what I'm saying. Like me personally, yeah. See, but again, here we go. See, that's the type of life I live. He might not live that type of life. You feel me? See, because I know it's only so much that's gonna happen that can get done while we in this motherfucking event. So if I'm tumbling with two motherfuckers, I already know it's a school event. A motherfucker might break this up. But for a motherfucker that ain't never experienced no shit like this and probably just heard stories like this, he don't know shit. He probably scared the motherfucker. Yeah, he gonna pull that motherfucking knife out and stab you.
Yeah. Mhm.
I'm just, you know, just like
No, it
just
makes
like you
sense.
said, Miss CC. Yeah, shit. I ain't trying to run. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, see, and this is my thing though. I'm not saying that he shouldn't be punished. I'm just saying I don't think he should be going to jail for no 30, 40, 50, 60 years. And I don't think he should be charged with first degree murder when we clearly know that these two motherfucking people were the aggressor. We
Mhm.
know he was
I agree with
defending it.
that.
We know,
I agree with that.
yeah, bro, the logic, we know he was defending himself. These is facts. He got pushed. The fucking article I read, everything says he got touched first.
Mhm.
Now, again, just because you get touched, don't mean you have to respond and react. Right? We get it. We get it. We
And let me
understand
throw
that.
this in the mix too. Let me throw this one in the mix too. You could be a great parent or an awesome parent. Teach your child all the stuff they need to know and do the best that you can as a parent. But your child is still going to do what they're going to do. You know what I mean?
Mm,
So that's where accountability and responsibility has to be installed. You know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying?
Yeah,
Because
that's fact.
don't get me wrong. I can teach my daughter, like I said before, I can do the best that I can. You know what I mean? Try to teach my daughters and my son my life experiences, try to explain scenarios and different ways of going about things. But that's how I survive. Their survival may be something totally different. They might have to go a little bit further with their thinking process than I had to do. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's the right thing or the wrong thing. So the best experiences that you can get in life is the ones that you get on your own. But you
Mm,
got to be able to open your ears and eyes and take the hints and clues that you got from people who've been there and done that. You know what I mean?
yes,
So
sir.
so don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? I would want justice, but at the same token, I really wouldn't make this a big again, making this a race thing. That shouldn't have been in play. But that's the media for you. Your media's got to find a way to juice the story up and get people upset. People are already pissed off. The only way you can get people going is by pissing them off even more, getting people either mad or
Facts.
scared. I mean,
Facts.
we live in a society that's based off spookism, whether it's the religion thing, which I don't subscribe to at all. You know what I mean? Or whether we're talking about men and women going back and forth, or somebody's sexual preference, or somebody's race, or whatever. There's always going to be some shit that the media will try to stir the pot with to keep everybody divided and going at each other. And me personally, um, I'm a strong-minded person when it comes to knowing yourself and loving yourself. Because if you can get that going, then you can teach others without speaking and talking about it, because that's what everybody does. But your actions can motivate others to do the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Miss Cece says, y'all making me want to do a deep dive on this case. I need to do more research. Listen, this is why I
Yes, man.
advocate for our youth. This is why I advocate for our youth. Fuck being a basketball player. Fuck them being a football player. Use those as opportunities to go get, you know what I'm saying, that piece of paper. But listen, we need more doctors. We need more scientists. We need more lawyers. We need more researchers. We need more developers. We need more chemists. We need more scientists. We need more biologists. We need more of these people inside our communities, man, especially when we get our own country, like I say. You know what I'm saying? Because I want that Neuralink shit attached to my eye. I want a motherfucker come over here and test me. Because if you get me upset and my eyes get to squinting, goddamn it, when they close, I'm blowing this motherfucker up. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like I was dead ass serious. But we do
And
have to do, yeah.
if,
But
if
I
you
guess
really want
another
to
thing,
make it authentic, I want
what's
to say
that?
this real fast too. If you really want to make it authentic, make sure it's something that you want to do. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Don't do it because this person or that person wants you to do it, or I won't fit in with this group or that group. No, make sure it's something that you want to do, something that you're willing to put time and effort and energy into. You know what I mean? Because
mm-hmm.
that's the only way it's really going to be fruitful. But if you're doing it just for the title and name of it, I mean, you're really not going to get the whole grasp of
Oh yeah,
it.
facts.
I mean,
Facts.
these
Facts.
are just roots that I give to my sons and my daughters. You know what I'm saying? As a father, that's the most, at least when it comes to karma, because you know what they call it, tablets and all that. You know what I mean? They got all that going on and all that, but that's the least that we can do as parents is try to install that information in them. Now do what they want with it. You know what I'm saying? They got to grow. They got to get out there and get their own life experiences. But make sure it's something you want to do.
Yeah, facts. Sean says no one has the right to determine how someone reacts to violence placed upon them. He said also it pokes. He said also it pokes all day on this. You put your hands on me, rules out the window. Uh, he says, Sean says, if my son, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. He says, if my son went against my ideals, then it's the consequence he and I also pay. I like that. I like
Yeah.
that because yeah, I like that. I like that. I like that. And that's facts, man. I feel that way right now with what I'm going through.
Mhm.
So Miss Cece says, just like we came up with your own world, no, not own world, our own country. Not our own world. You know what I'm saying? I ain't figured out how to get oxygen in places that we needed to go take over another planet yet and how to, you know what I'm saying, create vegetation. I ain't did that yet. So for right now, we're gonna have our own country here on Earth. We're gonna figure out the star system a little bit later on. You know, so about there we can have our own world. She said, I think there needs to be a world for people like Carmelo, for people who we don't think deserve jail, but can possibly be a threat to society. Miss CC, God damn it, now you sound like Hillary Clinton now, Miss CC.
Oh man.
You done fucking smash cameras on. What the fuck? Did you listen to what she's saying? I think there needs to be a
Mhm.
world for people like Carmelo, for people who think, for people who we don't think deserve jail, but can possibly. Everybody in this motherfucker is a threat to society, Miss CC.
Yeah, I mean, planet
Me and Ray,
Earth. That planet Earth
yeah,
is the place. You know what I mean? Right here.
yeah, me and Ray 636 can lash out right now and say, and me and Ray can say, you know what, Ray? I can say, you know what, Ray? Fuck these
Mhm.
dumbass motherfuckers, because they ain't gonna never get it. And Ray could be like, you know
Yeah.
what? I so hardly agree with you. Let's start taking these motherfuckers out. And I say, I second
That's
that
right.
notion, Ray. And we toast and we gonna start killing you dumb motherfuckers. You that, that, that but guess what? But guess what? Then we come back every Monday through Thursday and be like, hey, God damn it, we love y'all. Let's get together. Kumbaya. Let's build the world, and our communities are the best. But we out here killing you, motherfucker. You know, we out here vigilante and shit like Batman. Batman didn't bring no peace to Gotham. That was the whole see, and a lot of people miss that shit.
Yeah, facts.
Hey, I like the way you said that. Facts, that shit was hard. A lot of people miss that shit, man. A lot of people miss that shit and that message that was being delayed. I mean, not delayed, being portrayed with that Batman and Gotham City shit, but that's another story.
That's a whole different ballgame there, bro. That's right.
Sean says bearded 100, but also the gun shit on the net. Oh yeah, I hate that shit. That shit, yeah. Self-defense is not violence. I do agree with that, Sean. Self-defense is not violence, even though it's a violent act. But if it's done, if you're defending yourself, I totally agree with you. You have all rights to defend yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I don't give a fuck in what situation. Man, listen, Braith. If somebody is at you, man, and brother, you have to defend yourself. Please defend yourself. Now, if you're in a situation where it can be resolved with you getting the fuck on and getting up out of that situation, please do that too. Because guess what? Defending yourself don't always mean you're gonna come out on top.
Right.
Just like Sean said. Now, when we put guns in this shit, now we really got to think. You know what I'm saying? We really got to think. So CC says, Carmelo is too scary to be amongst others right now. What? And needs to be amongst those of like mind. What? I know you said he was outnumbered, but back when I grew up, people who got jumped by like 4 to 6 people. What? She said, look, hold on, listen to what she said. Listen to what she said. Now, mind you, she in her 30s and shit. She young talking like that. You had to just fight your best fight until you couldn't. And guess what? Everybody lived to move on and see another day. These kids today I just saw, they really just can't take hits and throw punches. Now, listen.
Okay.
I agree with it to a certain extent. Right? Like I say, I still say I don't even think she heard me when I say I think it was over the top that he stabbed the boy. Did she not hear me say that? I'm just defending all different aspects of the situation and why these situations, because solely the main point, whether a motherfucker want to believe this or not or agree with this or not, and if you don't, you're a motherfucking fool, and I'm telling you to your face, whether you on this show, whether you are a subscriber, and I ain't saying I still love you or not. The main fucking premise of the main point of this, like Brave 636 said, was if you keep your hands.
Yeah, that's the whole principle.
Bro, you said this shit from the first thing that came out your mouth. Well, if you keep your hands to yourself.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I see both sides of the coin. I really do. You know what I'm saying? I see the heads, I see the tails. But it don't spin if it ain't in the middle. Feel what I'm saying? That shit that's right in the middle. That's what keeps it spinning. You know what I'm saying? Not to get all historical or whatever, but yeah, man, good. Keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah, and then just like how you said earlier, listen to what Sean Corlord just said, right? He said, CC, I feel it, but I also knew 3 people that got stumped and didn't make it. Then went to grab the gun. See what I'm saying? Just like you said, right? Remember you said, man, shit, what happened? These didn't make it. But what if you get stumped down and you don't make it? The fuck? Come on, man. We gotta, hey, listen. See, and then we gotta know this too. She's a woman.
Oh man.
Oh shit! I'm finna get.
You got that, bro. You got that right there. I ain't even gonna touch that, bro.
I'm finna get the tomatoes thrown at me. There's a word. Man. It's called innocent. She says not Hillary. Yeah, Hillary, man. That's that last statement about people like Carmelo. That was a Hillary Clinton ass statement. At first, you was right. See, because I like Candace, so that's why I said Candace. You was giving me the Candace vibes, but then you went into that Hillary shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She, I don't know. She got Tabasco sauce in her purse, Sean. Not hot sauce. She got Tabasco.
No, she
Damn.
definitely throws some good points, though. I definitely give it to CC. Much respect due to you. She definitely throws some good points in there. You know what I'm saying? But like we were saying earlier, you just gotta keep questioning, keep researching, and keep looking. You know what I'm saying? Because you're getting what the media tells you, and they want to convince you that that's exactly what it is. But then when you do some more research, or as a matter of fact, when you start going to more of these channels like this one and so many others who promote independent thinking and free thought, you know what I mean? They give you certain gems that you can grab. Now, if it don't resonate with you, then you can leave it where it is. But take what works for you. You know what I'm saying? But you got to do more research. That way you know what you're getting. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I would say to CC. But much respect due to you, and I highly appreciate your perspective.
See, but now I don't disagree with her. So if this was if this was a case of him being a delinquent
Mhm.
or a child that had chronic issues with his behavior and lashing the fuck out, then the statement that she made would be fitting of his character.
Mhm.
But seeming that,
Mhm.
well, and we don't know if he a wild boy or not, because we don't know him personally. But according to sources,
Mhm.
he's not. But again, if it was documented that he was, I would agree wholeheartedly with that statement. But since we have no documentation or no proof that he's a delinquent or that he's a danger to his community in any way, besides defending his right to be here or to be up under a tent, uh, I think he's okay with me. Big shout out to Jordan Frequency in the building. I'm sorry, Jordan Akram Frequency in the building. Shani Acola said Batman just beat up crackheads and the mentally ill. And shit, oh shit,
Shout out to
man.
Jordan, brother Jordan. Peace. Much respect due
Yeah,
to you,
big
good
ups
brother.
to brother Jordan, man. Big ups to brother Jordan. So Sean says, I don't think it was over the top. Again, no human has, and I agree with you. He said, I don't think it was over the top. Again, no human has the ability or right to tell someone how to defend themselves from violence placed upon them.
Mhm.
Well, apparently we're wrong because the judge has that right. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
The judge, I mean, shit, the judge has that right. But I do understand what you're
Right.
saying, Shiny Lord. I facts, 100%.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? He say, free my abused and oppressed peoples around the world. Facts.
Mhm. Major facts.
Facts. Facts. You know what I'm saying? And I agree
Mhm.
with that wholeheartedly. But man, but again, like I say, see, this is one of the reasons why I tell people. This is one of the reasons, bro, and I can't preach this enough, and I'm gonna keep screaming this, man. If y'all don't care y'all ass on Amazon and get that Black Law Dictionary, the 12th
Mhm.
edition. If y'all don't save y'all ass up some money and buy the Blackstone Chronicles by Walter H. Blackstone's, and it don't take for you to be no more. It don't take for you to want to be no damn sovereign individual, because ain't no such thing as I was gonna say sovereign citizen, but you can't be sovereign and a citizen at the same damn time. It just don't make sense. But in
Mhm.
order for you to understand what's going on, listen, I don't give a fuck if you want to call it the law, the land, the law, the sea, the maritime law, England law, this law, the magistrate, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Guess what? If you don't know what it is and understand it and don't know the
Mhm.
terminology, you ain't gonna never win. We gonna be
Right.
stuck in the same motherfucking position that we always in, bro.
Yeah. Study up. That's what it's about, man. I mean, I know you can get on YouTube and get this information or anywhere else, but man, you gotta study up. I know some people don't even believe in books. Some people are like, yeah, these books are a waste of time. Me personally, I like books. I'm old school, you know what I mean? I like to have a book I can put in my hand and turn the pages and read and you know what I'm saying, get a different perspective without actually reading the book and believing every little thing I see in it, but putting it to a point where like that's another thing. Most people don't even know how to read books. They just read it like it's a novel or it's a comic book. This is a conversation amongst you and the author. You know what I'm saying? And you're sharing different perspectives like we're doing now. You know what I'm saying? On this panel, me and you, bro. You know what I mean? We're going back and forth. We're pretty much writing a book right now. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. But
An
see
audio
now,
thing.
here it go. But the comprehension level. See, a lot of people can read.
That part.
See, they
Mhm.
just can't comprehend. You feel me?
Right.
And then you got the ones
Mhm.
that it's hard to comprehend. Yeah, a lot of people can read. They can read that shit because it's been trained and beat into you. You can read that shit all day, but if you don't know what those words mean, if you don't know how to contextualize those words, if you don't know how to infer, inference. Look it up. It's the same thing as textual, just basically, finding a way to make it fit. Or what? Yeah, y'all know what the fucking anyway.
Absolutely.
What I'm saying is comprehension is important, bro. And we lost a lot of that. We
Yeah.
lost a lot of that comprehension.
You're gonna need it, man. You're gonna want to need it. That's the only way it's gonna come. Otherwise, it'll be what it's gonna be. But you gotta want to need to search and look and dig, or you can just take what you've been told and go with it. And that's
Yeah.
easy. I mean, that's the comfortable, easy part is just taking what people give you and tell you. You know what I'm saying?
I would love to talk to someone who says, I would love to talk to someone who says books is a waste of time. Um, Now, don't get me wrong. I understand, technology is doing what it's doing, but when we talking
Mhm.
about things, especially like law, oh yeah, we got to get in them books, bro. Because again,
Mhm.
we don't speak that language. We don't know that terminology. We got to get into that because those are the rules that govern us, that we allow to govern us. And since we allow those things to govern us, and we don't want to get outside of that, you feel me? We
Oh
need to
yeah.
learn.
Yeah.
We
Oh yeah.
so yeah, when I say we become complacent, I don't just mean complacent with what we got going on. Complacent to the point where we don't even give a fuck about how they shaping our reality. We don't
That
even
part.
care how they shaping our reality. We so fucking blind and just oblivious. We don't even care how they shaping our reality. That's why
Mhm.
I say look at these fucking books. Stop. Listen, ain't nothing wrong with going to learn about how we were kings and queens and how we ran ancient
Mhm.
dynasties and empires and shit like that, right? That's cool to know your history. That's cool to know that the ancestors are still resonating and their energy is still here, right? That's
Right.
cool. On the flip side of that, goddamn it, when are you the art of war, Sun Tzu, man? If you don't go study
Mhm.
your motherfucking enemy and learn him and know everything that he know, goddamn it, boy,
Mhm.
he tell you that.
Real shit. Yeah.
We refuse to. It's crazy. Miss Cece says, I agree with both sides. It's messed up that he touched him first. It's messed up that he stabbed him afterwards. Does he need to go to jail for life? Who knows? Is Austin ever coming back? No. Yeah, Austin ain't coming back, but go to jail for the rest of his life for some shit that another man. Listen, at this time, man. So at 17 and 18, which these guys were, they basically young adults. Austin knew he shouldn't have been putting his hand on that motherfucker. And again, what if he
Mhm.
hadn't stabbed him? I said, because again, I don't know if y'all know about this case. A motherfucker, they was at a club. He came out. The man punched him. Bam. The man didn't do nothing. The man attacked him again. Bam, 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 bam. The man didn't do nothing. As soon as the man just started to defend himself back, it was a white man that came out, a big white man, taller than the black guy, the short. You know what I'm saying? Look, cockswole. So as soon as the black guy defended himself, he might have hit him shit once or twice, clinked him right. The man fell, hit his head on the ground, boom, died. Man in jail. Wait a minute. This motherfucker just beat me senseless and I stood there and took it. The moment that I decided to defend myself and I hit him back and he fell and hit his head, I went to jail.
Mhm.
Man, come on, man. So even if Carmelo would have hit him and he'd have failed and killed himself or became unalive, they still would have tried. That's what I'm saying. Like, come on, y'all. No, man. Keep your hands to yourself.
Mhm. Yeah. That's the immediate thing that I came to, man. Just got to keep your hands to yourself. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter what the situation was. Keep your hands to it. If you can't use your words, and I know that's the right thing to do or Mister Do Right. I'm not trying to be Mister Preacher or Do Right, but this is common damn sense. You know what I'm saying? But again, to level it out though, bro, if you don't mind. In this society, again, everybody's intense. Everybody wants to fight. Everybody wants to go to war, and I'm not against it. Believe me, I'm all about standing your ground and doing what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? But I'd rather it be more of a thinking process. And we don't think. You know what I'm saying? We don't think or strategize. At least let your thoughts be more strategized and calculated. That way you're not just doing it and then afterwards you want to think after the fact, like, oh man, I shouldn't have, try to get ahead of yourself a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, facts. Facts, man. That's something I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna ever be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? With good reasoning. You know what I'm saying? With good reasoning. He said, and the judge can't get these. Oh my God. No, y'all can't be attacking. Now if the judge, see what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong, man. Sometimes the judge need to get these hands, but God damn, he out here attacking
Shit,
the judges,
I
man.
feel that.
You can't be attacking the judges. He says, Brother Jordan says, albums still matter, just like great books. Remember those, Prince, what do you say, Prince Roger Nelson? Yeah,
Yes, sir. Yes,
yeah.
sir. Absolutely.
I got a bunch
Absolutely.
of
Yes, sir.
albums. I still got a bunch of my albums. I don't even know what to do with them. Shit, I was down there trying to find somewhere to sell them, motherfucker. But I'm like, nah, I'm gonna keep them. Before using the word, look up the definition and what did he say? Derivation. Did he say what? Derivation? I don't know if that's right, but we gonna rock with it. The derivatation, I think
Derivation.
that's what you're trying to say of it.
Derivation.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, understood. Understand. I'm sorry. Root, suffix, and prefix. That's what I was, and I always speak about that. But every time I go that route, people say I be playing semantics, and you know I'm talking and twists and turns and swirls and shit. And it's
Mhm.
not that. It's just that I be liking for people like when we have conversations, man. Yeah, I understand what certain things mean. Now, don't get me wrong. Right now, when we say certain words, yes, I know what they mean in today's time. But let's break these words down, man. A lot of times, man, these words have more than one meaning, man. In the other languages, vowels are interchangeable. I touched on that just a little bit yesterday, you know, because I'm not a linguist, so I don't want to get up here and I can only give it. I mean, I could hold class, but I don't have a degree or nothing like that, and that ain't my sole, you know, specific thing that I'm into. So you know what I'm saying. But I gave a little brief synopsis about you know what I'm saying linguists and shit like that. So but I agree with you, man. You know, before using the word, look up the definition and the derivative, um,
Mhm.
derivatation. I'm sorry, of it, and understand the what word, the
Derivation.
suffix and prefix. You know what I'm saying? That's very important. It's very important. He say, and that's what I say, not one. Hey man, Jordan, what's going on with you, Jordan? How you feel tonight, brother? You came in and blessed us. You know what I'm saying? With your presence. Look, Ray. Now Miss CC talking about she agree. Oh my goodness. I agree. Austin shouldn't have touched her. You know, see what I'm saying? I
Good though.
agree. Austin should have not touched them. You see what I'm saying, man? Come on,
It's good
man.
though, man. I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, man, we're trying to chop this up and we're trying to, you know what I mean, speculate in a good way, you know what I'm saying, in a respectable way on how the scenario went down. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? And who knows, bro, we could be up on this panel and we both could be wrong. And Miss
bro,
CC and everybody in the chat could be absolutely on point. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Could be.
yeah.
Everything's a possibility.
Yeah, everything's a possibility, but you know, we got witnesses that say that he put his hands on them and
Right.
all. Yeah, yeah.
Right. We
So,
just got a little bit more evidence. Right. We got a little bit more proof and evidence, you know what I'm saying? And logic behind it. You know what I'm saying? So no, I feel you.
yeah, you know. So if I didn't have none of that, then everything would be speculation, and I couldn't really go back to back with points and shit that she was saying because you know,
Right.
then you know, without us knowing, you know, like you say, shit, everybody got good points and shit. You know,
Hmm.
anything could be anything, you know, because we don't know again because we wasn't there. So again, it's all about
Right.
someone else story, someone else perception. So we going off what another motherfucker saying. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah. So Sean says manslaughter used to be, excuse me, a non-punishment. Murder was the one that you murder. What do you say? Murder was the one that you pay for. For it to be manslaughter, it takes two willing parties. Hmm. Ah. Okay. So he say derivation. You ain't had to break it down like that. Sometimes, man, I get stuck on these words, man. But so yeah, I do, man. Shit, sometimes, man, I can't even say it or at. I'll be like, what the fuck? What's be going on? Because I be trying to, so much be going through my head, and I be trying to get all this, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I feel that. I feel that.
But,
Mhm.
but, um, but yeah, like Sean, yeah. So, you know, when both parties involved and you kill the other party, if he's shooting at me, it's manslaughter. I get that. You know what I'm saying? So this should be a manslaughter because shit, he put his hands on him and he was defending
Mhm.
himself. He just happened to defend himself with a blade that was legal that he was able to carry. You see, and this is what I'm saying. There's Oh, but then here we go. But just because it's legal to carry don't mean you can use it. You know, I love that law. Don't you love that law, Ray? Just because it's legal don't mean you can get the fuck out of here, man. Y'all,
you can spot the just by certain
yeah,
things, you can just spot the hypocrisy and stuff. You know what I mean? Just the way things. Uh, yeah, it's yeah, man. I don't know. Crazy out
yeah.
here, man.
Yeah, that's hey shit. And that's what they want us to do. They want us to be like, I don't know. They want us to have these discussions and for us to be upset. See, I was supposed to get upset with Miss CC. I
Right,
was supposed,
right,
you know what
right.
I'm saying? I was supposed to get upset with you for not even because we men and you supposed. I'm not saying I'm just
Mhm,
speaking hypothetically and certain because I didn't think this shit happened with
mhm.
people. I was supposed to get
Oh, I did
upset with
too.
me in that thought process. You know what I'm saying? I was supposed to get upset with you because I'm like, man, bro, we bros, man. We supposed to woo up the bell. When I said she a female, you supposed to no. Everybody got good points. I understand everything that CC's saying, but I believe it has to be certain circumstances and situations and certain
Mhm.
characteristics of that individual for me to place some of those things that CC said that should be placed on them. You know what I'm saying? You know,
That's real shit.
that's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Shit,
Yeah.
real talk, man. Me and you right now, according to the algorithm and the sign of the times, me and you should be back and forth right now, arguing and debating, all aggressive and loud and screaming. Oh man, I guarantee, man, we'll probably get a whole bunch of people that'll be listening there and seeing who's, the loudest and who's, making the most sense and who's gonna go pom poms for. Yeah, man. But when you're civilized and having a conversation we're having, everything is flowing and it's starting to make sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I dig it, man. Salute to
That's
Miss
fact.
Cece. I appreciate her perspective.
Yeah, big ups to Miss CC. Miss CC says, I'm going to sound really crazy with this next statement, but here it goes. I agree. Here she go, man. I agree with the keep your hands to
Huh?
yourself, and I agree with the reactions not being controlled. I'm just upset that it only applies to certain situations. Um, why? Because it's just like this. Put it like this: like you remember when your mama, like if two grown folks talking and you come and you interrupt, and you get popped in the mouth if you don't say excuse me. You feel me? You know it ain't your place in your business to be in this room or being nosy and trying to listen to what the grown folks is talking about because it don't concern you and ain't got nothing to do with you, right? And then
Mhm.
you coming in this room and then you just in their conversation and then motherfucker, what? Maybe you don't get your little ass up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, or you interrupting while they talking and you just jump in the conversation and don't say excuse me, you get popped in your mouth. Same difference, man. Everything is according to situations, Miss CC. Everything
That
is
part.
according to situations. You know what I'm
That
saying?
part. Mhm.
Because again, why would I penalize a young man who made a mistake for self defense? If we want to call it self defense, because some people might say it's not self defense. But again, like Shauna Corlord said, how can we dictate or how can we govern or how can we decide what um, Carmelo Anthony was feeling at that point when those two boys walked up on him? You feel me? But now, but because I mean, we know that's what's happening because now he's getting charged with first degree murder, so he's going to go in front of a judge who's going to make this decision. But again, we just regular people, and we logically thinking that well, maybe he shouldn't have done that, or well, maybe it was okay, and maybe it was self defense. But see, this again,
Mhm.
go get the fucking Black Law Dictionary because if you look up these laws and you look up these understanding, and each state has its own specific laws. If you look up these laws and what these laws say, you feel me? Because they thought he was off because Texas got a law about when you can't be or when you can use excessive force if it is
Mhm.
self defense.
Right.
But you have to get your actions deemed self defense.
Exactly.
That shit is crazy. And don't get me wrong, and I'm breaking it as I break it down, it makes sense. But as I break it down to make sense, it don't make no fucking sense at all because it's still about someone's understanding and perception of a man-made law that's going to determine the outcome of your fucking actions.
Hmm. That part.
This is why I argue with
Which
people
takes us
about
back
free will
to.
when they say, "Well, you got
Which
free
takes us back to. No, go ahead, bro.
will." Go ahead, bro.
I was just
Yeah,
saying
I was
that
gonna
just
say that's
takes
why.
us back to that just takes us back to the point that we were making in the beginning, to keep your hands to yourself. You know what I mean?
And this shit wouldn't be happening. Jordan says, I am feeling abundance. Glad I was able to catch a live. I feel grateful to catch this live and support the fam. Man, I appreciate you, Jordan, most definitely, brother. We try to keep it as positive as we can keep it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that you was able to come in and rock out with me and brother Ray 636. Man, I appreciate Ray for being up on the panel too, man. Shit, Ray came up here and rocked out with me, man.
Peace and gratitude, man. Peace and
Yeah,
gratitude.
man.
It's been a minute since I've been on a panel, man, where it's just, and this is what I prefer, man, to be up here, relax, chill. Because I done been through all the debates, all the arguments, trolling back and forth. You know, after a while, you start growing up and maturing in your mind. And you're like, I'd rather just have something cool, laid back. Plus, I had time to observe and see how the environment was. And y'all got good energy over here, man. And I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I try. I do my best, man. I'm about bringing people together. I'm about providing a safe place and opportunity for people to come and speak their voice. Again, some people would disagree with what I like to bring. Because again, I'll tell you in a minute. I don't give a fuck if you're atheist, if you're racist, if you're black, if you're yellow, if you're green, if you're purple, if you're blue, if you're tall, short, skinny, or fat. If you got something you want to say and you think you need to be heard, you can bring your ass over here and I'll let you say it. Just be respectful in your discourse. I know some things can go a little, wild and a little, to the left or to the right sometimes. But as long as we can bring it back in and reel it back and agree to disagree, on this panel, because I hate to agree to disagree, but just to keep the peace. If we're going to agree to disagree, to keep the peace. Now, when we're talking about problems, I don't agree to disagree. Because if we got problems, we need to solve these motherfuckers. If me and you got a
Right,
problem,
absolutely.
it ain't for us to be agreeing to disagree, because that means we ain't solving shit. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
when
But
I'm,
when it comes
when
to,
I'm bringing people together, yeah,
Mhm.
we can agree to disagree.
Absolutely, man. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Just coming together, having a conversation and a dialogue. And you know what I'm saying? Being respectable enough to easily at least listen to what each other has to say. You know what I'm saying? And try to have an understanding of what's going on. If it's worth it. I mean, if it's not worth it, then take it for what it is or just leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? But if you're in it, the dialogue,
Facts.
you gotta take it in, you know what I'm saying, and see what you get. And everything I'm saying it might be the absolute wrong, but at least take something. There's something I said tonight that somebody heard and said, you know what, I don't agree with nothing else he said. But the first two words that came out of his mouth that I heard him say, I agree with that. Well, you know what?
Yeah.
Thank you for taking those two words I just said.
Yeah.
Period.
Oh, and I like this fact. I like this comment too. Shonda Corlord says, the mark of a real man is the ability to control their reactions. But remember,
Mhm.
this was a boy. This was a young man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm not necessarily gonna call him a boy. I'm gonna call him a young man because he was 17 when this incident happened. Now he's 18, which is, I guess, you can call a young adult, or in the last stages of his teenage years in his life. But Sean does absolutely correct.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
again, um, I believe he had a father, and his father was in his life. I don't know. See, and Miss Cece, this goes back. Listen, this goes back to Miss Cece thing about how she don't like the fact that certain things have to be done with certain situations. You got to think about this too, Miss Cece. How we always talk about how we need to teach our kids financial literacy, how we need to teach our kids emotional control and emotional intelligence and empathy and how to pay it forward and how to give back and how to support. Like, people would think, why the fuck are you teaching your kids how to give back? Why would you teach your kids how to pay it forward? Why would you teach your kids to be supportive? Those are fucking key societal things that we need to operate in society. Don't get me wrong. Yes, we need math, science, but guess what? Before we get to that part, you still have to be social with a motherfucker. You still have to learn conflict resolution. These are things that you have to learn that's not necessarily taught in school. You know what I'm saying, bro? They don't teach you this shit in
Real
school.
shit. No, you're
So,
right. You're right.
right. So I'm saying this to say, Carmelo Anthony might be a melanated young man who isn't privy to the same things that I might have been privy to growing up. So his father might not have to teach him or tell him or sit him down and go over certain things like my father had to do to me or like I would do to my son. You see what I'm saying? He might not even know what the fuck the police is or what violence is where he living at in Texas. You know what I'm saying? They say they're in a good community. You feel me? Like the most he probably would be experiencing is racism. You know what I'm saying? And half us is so scared we don't teach our kids or tell our kids about that neither. We try to hide that shit from them. We try to keep that shit in the closet. So if anything, like I like you know,
Mhm.
like I'm in the hood, like you know what I'm saying. Like my son listen to rap music, and I say this all the time. I had to tell a motherfucker down and say, "Man, is you okay? Why is you listening to this shit?" At first I called his mom and like, man, no, matter of fact, I called his mother afterward and told him, man, I had to talk to your goddamn son, boy. All this damn crazy ass music he listening to, going to sleep, waking up. Like, what the fuck is this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of us don't sit down and talk to their kids, bro. I don't know if my motherfucking son wanted to go outside and do a drill, do a hit or whatever. I don't know if he was listening to that music app or geek himself up to do some dumb shit or whatever. But guess what? I set his ass down and told, look, man, I don't want to hear that shit all day and every day. And if you're gonna listen to that shit, you're gonna have to tone it down. And do you know who the fuck they are? Where they from? What they talking about?
Yeah, I was just
Bring
getting ready to
home.
hit to that point because with my
Bring
son, he likes to listen to various stuff. You know what I mean? I didn't mean to
it.
overtalk you, bro. If you was driving something home.
Yeah, my bad. I was gonna say bring her. All I was gonna say, and I'm gonna let you go. Bring her C home. I'm gonna beat your motherfucking ass. Bring her C home. If you know every verse of this song, goddamn, you gonna be able to. I'm for real, but go ahead, bro. Your son
I
listen to
feel
all
you. Nah, but you know what? Like I said, my son, he has music that he likes to listen to. You know what I'm saying? Now, I may not approve of it or I may agree with it, but I want to see his understanding. You know what I mean? I want to be able to reach him on his level. So we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna have a conversation about this song. You know what I mean? What does that word mean? You know what I mean? When he says this and this, or they say this and this, what does that mean? Now that's allowing me to get in his head to see where I can teach him in this
I be wanting to
situation. You know what I mean? I want to know that way I can educate him and translate the words that he's hearing and put them in a different perspective. And then, do
know.
you still consider that to be something you want to do? Yeah, it may sound good, it may sound entertainment, but this is shit you don't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something, again, it's communication. You know what I'm saying? As parents, as adults, and I'm not trying to tell people what to do what you want to do. I'm just speaking from my perspective. You know what I
God
mean?
damn it, bro, I'm telling you what to do. Like Ray said, God damn it, we telling them what to do. God damn
Yeah,
it,
yeah, you got to do that. You got to do that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm tired of that. No, we telling y'all that this is what y'all need to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Spending more
Right.
time talking to your motherfucking child instead of chastising your child. I ain't
Absolutely.
say be
Absolutely.
I ain't say be your daughter or your son friend. I mean, I'm not saying you can't do that neither. We had this conversation before. But all I'm saying is just take a little bit of time out of your day to see what's going on, to get into the psyche of your of the individual that you came from or that came from you, brother.
Absolutely.
You know,
That's my
because if you
point.
know you going through things and you know how you was at that age and you had certain
Mhm.
challenges, 9 times out of 10, your seed gonna have them same challenges, brother.
Exactly. That's why you got to take the time to break things down with them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm, yeah. Like, bro,
Really.
my mom and daddy didn't tell me how to survive in high school and how to get through high school. You know what I'm saying? And
Same.
what to do
Same.
and who to hang out with. Man, I got that shit down to a science now. You know what I'm saying? My boy, man, y'all play football, y'all popular, y'all some handsome ass, you know what I'm saying? Brothers, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, and I tell my kids, listen, make sure you got you a handful of geeks, nerds, a handful of
Hmm.
jocks. You know what I'm saying? Man, hell
Hmm.
yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
That part.
And,
That
and
part.
guess what? And don't let nobody fuck with them neither, because they your homies. And now they might not, and make sure a couple of them are your main homies. And then cause you gonna have your football buddies or your basketball buddies, because my kids play sport. You gonna keep them. You gonna keep them. Make sure you keep, you know what I'm saying, some unpopular people, because nerds and unpopular are two different things. You feel me? But and keep you some
Mhm.
unpopular. Make sure that you're a people's person. Make sure that you're in a crowd to where everyone wants to know you, wants to be around you, and needs your energy. That way,
Mhm.
you know, you can't be perceived or be thought. Well, you still can always be perceived and thought as something. You feel me? But you got less likely of a chance of being, you know what I'm saying, put inside of a box.
Right. Right.
You know, at a young age. You know what I'm saying? So I was
And
teach
some
y'all the game and experience about, man, listen, when you get in there, man, yeah, rock with them, rock with this, rock with that, bro, because you never know who gonna help you. You never know who you gonna need. You feel me? Even if you want to come into class, sit off and bullshit, let me tell you how to play your teachers. Not saying that this is what they should be doing, but again, a lot of times, bro, we don't get instructions on how to go to high school. A lot of times, our kids get put out the house at 15, 16, 17.
yeah.
You feel me? Even though I
Mhm.
had both parents in my household, as soon as I graduated high school, Nick, I was shipped off to college. And guess what? As soon as my daughter graduated high school, I shipped her ass off to college.
There you go. But
I'm
before
just
you
saying,
become a people's person, man, you got to be able to build that in yourself. You know what I'm saying? People are
yeah,
only going to show you what you show them. You know what I'm saying? If you show people that you're willing to work with others, you got to be able to present yourself as such. Otherwise, you got all kind of people out here who like to use and abuse people too. You know what I mean? So you got to be careful. You got to be aware of how people move as well. You know what I'm
mm,
saying?
yeah, that's facts. Hey, and you right
But
about
knowledge
that too.
yourself, man.
Yeah,
Knowledge
Jordan, you
yourself,
right too.
man. Beat
Jordan
the drums
says,
on that.
yeah, he said beat the drums on that. He said Jordan says right.
Mhm.
He said these new rappers are low vibrational. That's very true. He say that's why I make soul music the way I do, because I grew up off the old school music from the 60s and the 90s and the early 2000s. See, and I always say that. Yeah, generational traumas. I always say, man, bring R&B back. Jordan, man, make sure you fall through, man, on Saturday, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, you know, I give people they wrench. You know what I'm saying? If you got links to your music, man, you know, on Saturdays, Jordan, man, listen, I like R&B. I know a lot of brothers and sisters, man, tend to tune off when I play the R&B music, but I like that feel, man. I
Mhm.
like that feel. I like that R&B feel. I think it needs to come back. You know what I'm saying? So if you got soul music, brother, that you're doing, man, tap in on Saturdays, bro. We rock out from 9 to 2 in the morning. It used to be from 9 to 5, but you know, I gotta be at work at 9, so I rock out to 9 to 2 now. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
rock out from 9 to 2, man. We play music, man. You know what I'm saying? I got my net back down like I was. Man, I was pissed. Oh man, when it cut off on me rape Saturday. Oh man, we was just starting to jam. I was so mad, bro. Oh, I was so mad.
Yeah, I think I was in the chat when that was going on. Right.
Yeah, I was so mad, bro, because you know I like to spin and play. You know, everybody that I done interviewed, and like I say, I welcome everybody to come on. And if you know what I'm saying, y'all got music, I give them a wrench. You know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, drop their music, man. Listen, and this shit, art is subjective, art is creative. I don't knock nobody's process, but I will let you know what the fuck I think, though. You know what I'm saying? Hey, hey,
Creativity is good, man. No
yeah,
doubt.
man. Y'all hear Miss Cece. Miss Cece, everybody listening, make sure y'all hit that like button.
Like the video, man. Thumb up the video, man. Like the video, man. Thumb up the video, man.
Like he said. Jordan says, man, he said, I got stories about high school and college. He said, okay, I will pull up. Can't wait to tune in. Yeah, man, make sure you be in the building this Saturday, man. Make sure you yeah, man, make sure you pull up. He said, thanks for inviting me too. I will pull up, man. Pull up. I'm gonna give you that wrench, bro. Man, drop your man. I play music. We have a ball, man. Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of the guys that one guy that I interviewed was an R&B artist and one female. But yeah, I be looking for people who do the R&B music, man. I like it. I don't give a hell if you do rock and roll, if you do classical
Hmm.
music. Period, man. I love music. You know what I'm saying?
Period.
Music, folk
Period.
music. You know what I'm saying? Jack
Mhm.
Johnson, man. I love Jack Johnson, man. Oh
The
man, shit,
only,
y'all
I'm
just
gonna
don't,
be
man. I
honest
love
with
all.
you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, I love all kind of music. I ain't gonna front, bro. I kind of struggle a little bit with country, though. I struggle a little bit with that. Not that I'm against it, but I kind of struggle with it. You know what I mean? But all kind of music, I can vibe with it.
Oh man,
Country
hey,
just kind of little. You know what I mean?
hell no. You don't like country music? Go check out Old Dominion, one man band.
Old Million one man band. All right, I'll
Old
tap in. I'll
Dominion,
tap in.
Old Dominion, one man band. I guarantee you. I mean, I got some boy. You ain't listen to the right country. I don't want to be
Maybe
a
not.
one man band. I don't want to
Maybe
be
not.
on the
Now I'm not.
road. That's
I'm not saying I'm against it, bro. I'm not saying I'm against it. I just kind of
hey,
struggle with the rhythm, the vibe of it. I mean,
my boy, I forgot my boy name. You as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. Hey man, you got. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get a lineup of country songs together for you. And now listen, cause I wasn't a big country. Don't get me wrong. I ain't finna sit here and stunt like I've just been avid listening to country music neither. I ain't gonna sit here and tell y'all that. I'll be lying. I had to get put on too, man. You feel me, Wraith? I had to get put on too.
I feel you. I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? I had to get put on too. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying everything, cause look, I don't fuck with Lil Uzi and all that drill shit. I don't like Lil Yachty. I do like Kodak Black. I do like NBA Youngboy. A lot of people don't like NBA Youngboy. It ain't too many. I don't like the Amigos. Shit, I didn't even listen to 2 Chainz of Future. My homie, man, the brother that was co-hosting the show with me when we first started, man. He the one put me L Boogie put me on 2 Chainz. L Boogie put me on Future. Like, man, I was still listening to Nas, fucking Scarface, Wu-Tang Clan. Big ups to the Wu too. You know what I'm saying? I was just at the concert last month. Man, I'm still listening to that old hip hop. So when I get that shit, I like that old. When I hear shit like that, I like the old school hip hop nostalgia. Now, what I don't like is when I don't like that. I like the boom bap sound, but not the boom bap lyrics. You can't give me the boom bap lyrics now today. You gotta be. Come on, it's gotta have a modern sound to it. You feel me? You gotta
You
have some.
outgrown the lyrics. You outgrown the
Yeah,
lyrics. You know what I mean? That's
yeah.
why, like Pac, I love Pac, but I kind of outgrown his lyrics. Do you know what I mean? So I can still go back and listen to Pac's music, but what his lyrical content is, I kind of outgrew it because I don't share that same vision that I once
Mhm.
had when I was at that age or at that time frame. You grow through lyrics, you know what I'm saying? But me, like Brother Jordan, I'm kind of old school. You know what I'm saying? I would listen to like the blues, jazz, like mostly. I like mood music. So whatever I'm in the mood to listen to, it's got to fit that music's got to fit that mood that I'm in.
Sean, you know I'm fucking with Buffalo, Sean. You know I'm fucking with upstate New York. You know I'm fucking with Griselda. He gonna put Bearded, so no West Side Gun. You know I'm fucking with West Side Gun. You know I'm rocking with Benny the Butcher. Come on, man. You
Yeah,
know I'm rocking
yeah,
with all guys with
get with
Conway
them.
the
Yeah.
Machine. You know I'm rocking, Sean. I ain't say them. I ain't say
Yeah, they
them.
dope. They
Yeah, I'm
dope.
talking
I
about young
wanted a
pop
couple of those
rapping.
songs.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking
Mhm.
about. But yeah, but like you say, like with the Pac shit, I never really was a big Pac fan. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I never really was a big Pac fan. He was okay, but I just never was a really big. I just wasn't. CC says
Mhm.
country music is nice. It's nice. I don't listen to it on my own a lot, but my man likes it and gets into his little country modes at times. So it's grown, and so it's growing on me. So it's grown on me.
That's good.
Yeah, man.
That's good.
Yeah, y'all,
That's
out,
good.
man. Check out country music, man. It's relaxing. It's soothing. It has a message. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, man, look, trust me, man. Y'all will fuck with it.
I
Y'all will fuck
mean,
with
I can get the same thing listening to Duke Ellington. You know what I'm saying? Without the words, I can just listen to the instruments. The instruments can speak, and I can just hear the instruments just by the way that the melody and the frequency is sounding off each other and harmonizing. I can come up with my
it.
own words to match the melody. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like I said, I like the older stuff that has
Yeah,
style.
yeah,
But I ain't hating on the younger generation. I'm not big
yeah.
on that auto tone and everybody's talking about the same thing. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me getting old. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, cause see, and I'm gonna get on you for that too, because them old
Uh,
motherfuckers, talk about the same thing too. They talk,
oh, absolutely,
don't do them like don't.
absolutely,
Now, mind you, I don't like a lot
absolutely.
of this folk shit, but don't do them like that. Them old motherfuckers talked about the same thing. And
Oh yeah.
if you ask me, Wraith, I think
Mhm.
they was a little bit more provocative than what we are today. I'm gonna keep it 100. If we going off the language barrier, if we going off the language and the slang of that time, you feel me? They language and their slang of that time was their language and slang of that time, just like the language and slang of this time. Well, except for the few,
Well,
like,
you
cause
know
you know,
what? You know what? I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I'm gonna agree with you, but I'm gonna also spin it this way. You're right. Back then, lyrics were more provocative. You know what I'm saying? But in this current generation, they're more materialistic. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? So even though back then lyrically they, you know what I mean, glorified certain gang affiliations, drug selling, the whole Scarface Al Capone lifestyle, but they were still connected because that's exactly what was going on. Nowadays, it's materialistic. So now we're stuck on cars and jewelries and this and that. So we're not even on surface level. These young
yeah.
kids, like I got a nephew, and I ain't throwing him out there, but I had a nephew that went out there and tried to get the gold grills in his mouth and all this stuff. And I'm like, for what? Like, you know what I mean? Just to fit in. So who has more of a problem when it comes to self-awareness and self-knowledge? Right now, where we value material objects that will still be here even after we make that transition, or a time period when lyrics actually told you something. They may be
Mm,
provocative, they may be, disrespectful, but it was something there for you to take in. Unfortunately, at that time, the more gruesome stuff was more glorified. You know what I mean? But the more you listen to the lyrics and the words, it still tells you something. You know what I mean? It's poetry. Not saying that they're not saying poetry now. No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
well, well, let me defend the young motherfucker. Let me defend the young
Okay.
people. So we got to say this. And I agree with you that it's more materialistic, but we got to understand that's their world. So that's what they
Right.
know. You know,
Right.
like when we was coming up, when we asked, could we get this bike or could we get this toy or could we get this, we had to wait till some bills get paid or some shit like that. And maybe you can
Right.
get it or maybe not. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker had to wear hand me down. I got 10 kids.
Yeah.
I can call all 10 of my kids
Mhm.
on the phone right now. Them motherfuckers don't know what a hand me down is. My
Mhm.
mama, I sent my kids when they was little to my mama crib, man. My mama made them some pork and beans and hot dog for lunch. My kids didn't
Mhm.
eat that. My mama called me cussing her, come get these motherfuckers and get them the fuck out my house and we went to bed. And I'm like, what the fuck going on? You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to cuss
Right.
my mom out. You better calm down, talking about my kids, right? Oh man, I made
Right.
them
Right.
lunch. I said, what you made? She said, I made them some I say, mama, my kids don't eat pork and beans. I don't eat pork.
Same. Same. Same.
You know that shit, mama. Why would you feed my kids pork and beans and hot dog? So by me having so many kids, so lunch is really a lunch. And you would think that it would be some quick sandwich type shit because there's so many. No, lunch is really lunch because I got so many, so I got to keep them full. So they have to be,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, nourishment meals.
Yeah.
Especially because I got a lot of boys and they play sports. So these were things that my mind was just generally into because of the activities that they was into. And then my daughter was
Right.
a competitive cheerleader. So like me and the mother of my kid, we prepared meals for breakfast, meals for lunch, meals for dinner. And I cut that breakfast shit out because we was breaking our fat. I had to cut that breakfast shit out. So we
Feel
ate,
that.
yeah, when you wake up, you wash up, brush your teeth, stretch, do some exercise. That's your breakfast. Go stand your ass outside for that sun about 5-10 minutes. That's your breakfast. You don't need nothing until about 12, 1 o'clock or when you get lunch at school or when you get this
There you
dinner when you
go.
get home. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
Um,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, but I had my boys on so I fed my kids basically. You know what I'm saying? And my mom was like, man, they better eat this motherfucking pork and beans and hot dogs. I'm like, dog, mama, you know what I'm saying? But bro, but not just that. Like when we get our kids shit. Our kids don't know what it's like to have to go work or have to go do something, I have to go do this and go do that. Now don't get me wrong, I make these little motherfuckers troll, trust me. But
Mhm.
they still don't know. Your kids will never go through what you had to go through, and my kids will never go through what I had to go through. Now we'll teach them some lessons, but we ain't gonna let them go through that shit.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
You know what I'm saying? So when you
Absolutely not.
say they make songs about the materialistic things, we got to
Mhm.
understand that that's their lifestyle, that's their upbringing, that's what they know. You know what I'm saying? So since
Yeah,
that's what they
I
know,
agree.
that's what they give us.
Mhm.
You know?
I agree with you. I agree with you, bro. I totally agree with you. You know what I'm saying? But it goes back to the point of you could. This is their world, and this is the way it is. You know what I'm saying? So again, you still can't say that back then. You know what I'm saying? It was, how can I put it? Because there's so many different ways I want to spin it. I'll just make it simple and say both time periods had valuable messages that they wanted to put out, whether it was reality and based on what we're living, or some fantasy life. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, this music stuff rightfully isn't something that we can claim as ours anyway. Not, at least not anymore, because it's up to the corporations and how they want it to go. So they push the message and the narrative. So
That's
I can make a song about love and romance and go back to the Curtis Mayfields and the Smokey Robinson. I can try to resonate all that back. And you may want to resonate what Kodak Black and all them want to do. But neither one of us are going to get our shit out if they don't allow it. You know what I'm saying?
facts because we don't own shit. That's the bottom line. That's why we need our own
That's
country.
that's that's my point. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But I still, again, personally prefer the old school way. That's just how I rock. But I don't shit on the younger generation. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to my son, he got to know what the lyrics mean. Don't just recite them out in public and be saying it. You know what I mean? You got people that go out there and be saying these words all the time, and they don't know what it means, but it sounds fly to say it.
Yeah, it sounds fly to say it, and then you riding in the wrong neighborhood. Shit, as a grown man, bro. Shit, I've been riding around bumping my music in the wrong motherfucking neighborhood. And I'm talking about I'm grown. I ain't thinking about this shit. I just like a particular song. Motherfucker living at the car telling me to cut that shit off. I'm like, cut this shit. Is these motherfuckers stupid? Boy, I'm fan this motherfucker. Oh, I'm sorry. Is they crazy, man? Let me
Nah,
get on it. Boy,
or
y'all better.
dude,
I'm
you
just,
be
but
look. I've
that's
been in
how.
a grocery store getting groceries. You know what I'm saying? And these kids, man, or these young, young adults or young folks, they be reciting these lyrics and be saying them. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, it sounds dope. But then when you start looking at other people and how their reactions to it, you know what I mean? They start to kind of like, oh, they feel kind of threatened. Now you're giving Karen and Kenny a chance to put on their best performance because here come a loud, aggressive. You know what I mean? So you just got to be careful. I'm not saying walk on the L show and be on some spookers and shit, but you gotta know exactly what you're saying here. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts. Just like Jordan. Jordan says also, I think it's a lack of music education as well. He said, these can't really
Yeah.
I think he said they can't really make great songs in my opinion. The melody and frequencies are not aligned right. The kids
Mhm.
can't really make good music, great songs in my opinion, because the melodies are not aligned right. That's true. That's facts.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. Everything's
That's
digitized and audio
hey, now
machines. And it's
you ain't hear
convenient,
that.
yeah.
Nah, you go ahead, bro. I was just telling Jordan he ain't hear that last part when I had to cut myself off. Motherfucker was talking about cut my music down. I'm finna, I'm finna keep it 100, man. I ain't talking to this pizza, boy. I'm telling you, man. When the motherfucker boy, I was finna fan that motherfucker, I was talking about some cut my music down, boy. You crazy as hell. I'm an old ass man. I don't give a fuck about nothing about nothing. I just like the music. I like the beat. I don't even know who rapping this shit. You feel? And that's crazy, bro. That we have to be that
Uh-huh.
cognitive and that aware of what we playing in our car when we driving through certain neighborhoods because this neighborhood might not fuck with that individual's music that's being played, even if that motherfucker ain't even alive. This is how
Mhm.
this is how sick we are, bro.
Yeah, I know. I know. And that's what I've been trying to point out, the sickness. And it starts with self. You got to admit you're sick. Some people don't want to admit. They want to cloak it up with makeup and jewelry and diamonds. You strip all that shit away, what you got.
Not a
You know what I
damn.
mean? You got to deal with that. That's what I'm saying. So this younger generation, even though they're, and I'm not swinging on them, I'm not. You're doing what you're doing, but you're losing yourself. Now you're getting your face tatted. You're putting symbols on you, and you don't know what them symbols are. You know what I mean? But this is what gets you attention. This is what gets you recognition.
Uh,
You know what I'm saying?
brother Ray. Uh everybody, man, Jordan, Sean, brother Ray, Miss Cece. I don't understand that tattoo in my. Listen, man. I don't listen. Listen. I. You see, I'm speechless. Stop doing that shit to your face, man. No, no. And then I be seeing the women, man. Well, where the fuck you finna get a job at? What are you finna do with your life? And all I can see is your eyeballs. But
Shit.
this is becoming normal in society. But this is becoming normal in society.
Yeah, it's accepted. Yeah. That's why I stand on the stance that I do, man. You got to question everything. If there's anything that my daughters and my son can tell you, is that Daddy has told us to question everything. You know what I mean? You got to open your mind and question everything. Don't just go with the narrative and just go in. You gotta understand what it is that you're getting yourself into. You know what I'm saying? Don't just do it because it's for the culture or it's for the gram or it's for the YouTube clicks and likes and views. Do it because this is in your heart and this is in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Yeah.
So I tell
Yeah.
myself, okay, what does that mean? What does drill mean? You know what I'm saying? Now we hold that into a conversation. So I'm able to not only have a conversation with him, I'm able to teach him on his level instead of teaching him on my level, which in my opinion, I think that's where a lot of adults, parents go wrong. Is we try to teach our children on our level,
Yeah, I ain't
not
gonna lie. I
realizing
do
that
that
everyone's on that level.
all the
You know what I
time.
mean? Oh, I had one time I was like that too, you know what I'm saying? But then I had to find myself and balance myself out and say, wait a minute. Think about when you were a child. We forget about how we were as children. We so busy caught up with being adults and fitting in. We forget what it was like to be a child, that one
No,
child.
no.
You
See,
know
it
what I'm
depends.
saying?
Well, no, because I'm finna tell you
Oh, it
something.
varies. It varies. Yeah, it varies.
Because I always been
Mhm.
like this.
No problem, brother. You good. You good.
Like no, I'm
Yeah.
dead ass. Like I always been like this. So when you
Mhm.
say when we be speaking to our kids as an adult, I have to realize sometimes that my kids are not me, and the cognitive analysis and decisions and choices that I make or how I choose to discern things. I see how they were bad for me and with some of my experiences, and I see how they made me grow with some of my
Mhm.
experiences. And sometimes
Mhm.
when I'm talking to my kids, I have to realize, well, that child is not you, and that child don't understand the
Mhm.
way you understand. So, you
Right.
know, when I do come as me, I try to be as expository as I can. But then
Mhm.
once I come as me, I come back down and then I try to internalize the situation or the circumstance or the conversation as if I was one of them, not as a peer, but I turn my ears into a peer. You know what I'm saying?
There
Not
you
my
go.
thought mechanism of parenting into a peer. I just turn my ears into a peer to try to understand
Right.
and create effective communication with my kids. Because sometimes, I can't be like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm Professor, you know what I'm saying, Dick Tracy and all that old extra shit, and investigators, you know what I'm saying, journalist like that. And I had to realize, damn, you talking to a 6, 7, 8-year-old motherfucker, like,
Yeah,
they don't know what
man.
the
I
fuck
mean,
you
but
talking about, you know what I'm saying?
shit, even if man, look, even as an adult, you still gotta learn. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that anybody's doing anything right or wrong, man. We still learn. You know what I'm saying? And that's the beauty of it, man. The beauty of having a mind that's open, a free thinking mind. You know what I'm saying? You can just like pick things apart while everybody else is so focused on this and that and what we should do and what we should do that. Let's start with working on yourself first. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
That's what I'm saying. The revolution should start with yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I
Hey,
mean?
big ups to bad conduct in the building tonight. Big ups to bad conduct all the way from New Zealand in the building tonight. Also, Sean, this was a great statement, y'all. I didn't read this. Check this out. So Sean says this. They the children of reverb. What the fuck? He says they're the children of reverb. What the fuck do we expect from them, right? And then he comes back and say, what is reverb? He says reverb is the echo and amplification of an issue. I like the way he put that because if
Yeah.
like he said, they the children of reverb, so they echo what the fuck they see. They basically
Mhm.
parrots. You know what I'm saying? And they
Mhm.
amplify the bullshit and the trauma that they trying to internalize. So this is how they spewing it out. That's why they rap about the killing. That's why they rap about the materialistic shit because that's what they see. That's what they know. Even like you said earlier, it could be a situation of a child being in a two-parent household. He or
Mhm.
she is still an individual, and he or she is still gonna make their own choices.
Absolutely,
You know
absolutely,
what I'm saying? No matter what you instilling on.
absolutely.
Jordan says, I wanted um, one on my arm back and in the day, but I don't have none. I got older, not needed. He says, I am all the way too grown. Shit, I got a bunch of tattoos.
I got maybe one or two, but that's about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So bad conduct says, bro, it sounds stupid to say there's not good music being made by the youth. Just because it doesn't align with your taste, doesn't make it bad. Also, good afternoon. Bad conduct. Now,
Mm.
I didn't say it wasn't any good music. I just say I don't like some of the music that they make. Like, and don't get me wrong, I know it's a lane for everybody. And again, just because I don't like that shit, that don't mean nothing. Keep doing what you're doing. But what we mean by good music is not the drill music, not the killing of the music, not the even though I know music is a form of expression and shit like that,
Mhm.
but music and
Right.
the vibration and frequencies, man, and lights and waves and sound waves, brother, I believe in that wholeheartedly, man. And when you get into esoteric things, and when you get into metaphysics, and you get into the
Yeah.
human of physiology and biology, and you do some other extra studying, you will learn that a lot of the music and shit that they make is low vibrational, brother, and that's not good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even though it might be good to your ears and good to your soul and make you want to move your feet, but it's not good for your heart, not good for your mind. You feel me? Because it
I agree
perpetuates a
with that.
cycle, especially inside of the melanated community. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe a
Mhm.
lot of the because a lot of the music is the reason why we do a lot of the craziness that we do. You know what I'm saying? And again, I do agree with the premise of to each his own, and not all young folks make
Mhm.
bad music, but the majority do. God damn it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they
The
do.
majority.
They do. And it's not even
Hey,
about lyrics anymore, man. If anything, it's more about beats. Like everybody rather hear the beat instead of listening to what's being
yeah,
said. So
yeah.
so respectfully, if we can start at least, you know what I'm saying, and I don't even like using that we a lot like that, but if if the conversation can be held on what these words mean, especially when it comes to our youth, we're older, so we know what's going on. Okay, they may have a different way of saying it, so we'll have to catch up with that lingo. But these young, like you said, the young generation are coming up and they're being exposed to certain things, and they're coming at them even faster than it came for us. We didn't have no YouTube back in the 80s and 90s. We didn't have that. You know what I'm saying, bro? We didn't have these. We didn't have all this stuff. They do. So
Yeah,
everything's coming at them quicker. That's why I at least give them the understanding of what they're hearing and what they're listening to. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
That way they can determine, okay, it sounds good, but yeah, I ain't trying to be out there on that. At least I
right.
know if they decide to do it, then okay, you got to take accountability and responsibility.
Facts. Facts. You know what I'm saying? God, you got to take accountability and responsibility for that bullshit they be out here making and bad
Yeah,
conduct.
man.
And don't get me wrong, y'all. We always say music is subjective, art is subjective, and this, that, and the third.
Mhm.
But y'all can't sit here, man. Come on, man. We got to keep it 100, man. Everything that everybody make ain't good music, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on. It can't be. If it's bad choices and bad decisions and good choices and good decisions, and
Mhm.
it's got to be some bad music and good. Everything ain't good. You feel me? Everything ain't good, man. Fuck that.
I feel that. I
Fuck
feel
that.
that.
Everything ain't good.
That good
Everything.
shit, you could feel it. You could feel it. You could feel where the artist is coming from and what they're saying and what they mean. It's like they give you an absolute picture that you can actually visualize. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, do they even play real instruments nowadays? Is there anybody playing drums, guitars? Are they? Is it there real instruments going, or are we just tapping at
Man, hell
keyboard
no, ain't
buttons?
nobody doing that. The only hip hop group
I
that's
mean,
probably doing that is the Roots, and the Roots ain't
it's
even
the
really pop.
roots.
You know what I'm saying? Hell no.
It's the
Ain't
roots. You
nobody,
see what I mean? So
ain't
I don't know, man. I don't
nobody,
know.
ain't no band. Shit, ain't even no bands. Ain't even no people together.
Uh-uh. Oh shit. To be honest,
Is
AI is
Jordan
doing
says
all
right.
that
New
now,
classes of
man.
music education are about the concepts of frequency. Yeah, yeah. AI is doing everything. Frequency and also melodies and etc. He said base foundations of music. Uh, but I was speaking about that. Boy, we in a
Mhm.
rude awakening, man. Motherfuckers want this AI, boy.
Yeah.
Y'all better stop, nigga. They got this shit. Hey, and I don't mean to use the N word like that, man, but they got this shit coming in phases, bro. And we is gonna hit us in a minute. It's
Hmm.
gonna hit us in a minute. So he says Raphael Sadiq still, and of course the Roots, and he said everybody else is going. Um, dude, and you know what's crazy though? Well, let me tell you what's crazy. This is what's crazy though, y'all. The Little
Hmm.
Wayne. Um, I take that back because Lil Wayne will play a guitar. He has played on his tour right now. Lil Wayne does play the guitar.
Okay.
He plays
Okay.
guitar. But outside of that, and don't get me wrong, some of these young guys do know how to play instruments. They are
Mhm.
musicians. They just
Absolutely.
don't do that shit. That ain't what's getting them paid. That ain't what the record labels want them to do. That's not
It
what
is
these independent,
that
you know
part.
what I'm saying? That's not what they
That
want.
part. That part.
Trust me. I believe it's
Hmm.
mother. Yeah, of course. I think that some of these young motherfuckers can play instrument and compose and make great music if they wanted to, but that's not what the end thing is, and that's not what's gonna get them paid. That's not gonna get them
Exactly.
no residual. You know what I'm saying? Monetized income. So why the fuck would we want
Yep.
to do that? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
What Ray say is about the material. Shit, we need that money. We trying to buy these clothes, these cars, these houses, this jewelry.
Mhm.
I want to get my mama out the hood and get my mama a house. I want to go broke before I sell a gold record. Cause I ain't never
Mhm.
had shit. So since I ain't never had shit, my mama don't know shit, and my mama couldn't teach me shit, and I don't know who my daddy is, and my uncles and shit was selling drugs and went to jail or hypes, and they couldn't be my mentors, and from now I just didn't trust men, so I ain't want no nigga to be my mentor. So now I'm just what's that shit? I'm pushing away the male authority because I don't give a fuck about nothing. Like, come on, man, like this is how this shit go. Not for
Mhm.
everybody, but I see
Not
that
for
shit in
everybody.
our community. Yeah, not for everybody,
Absolutely.
but I see that shit. And then for the ones that go through that, some people grow up out of that. And I was talking to this old man I used to work with. He say, "Man, you just got to depend on time. You just got to rely on time." He said, "Because
Mhm.
sometimes, you know, it just take a little bit longer for some people to come up out of the deep psychological depressive or dilapidated state that they in. You know, it
Mhm.
takes time. Sometimes they come out, and sometimes they don't. You feel me? And when they don't come out, it's up to you to teach your children how to deal with people who haven't learned how to progress in society. You feel me? See, this is again, sit down and talk to each other. Sit down and how do you,
There you
I
go.
presented a challenge, bro. I presented a challenge, and I ain't seen this yet. Chat, where y'all at? I want to see y'all on TikTok. I want to see y'all on Facebook. I want to see y'all on Instagram. I want to see y'all on YouTube. Pull your damn phones out and record y'all sitting down having dinner with your family, talking about shit that y'all done to your day. I'm talking about, goddamn it, from the mama or the daddy or whoever cooking, making the table, taking the phones, putting the phones in the boxes, and I'm talking about actually having genuine conversation where the kids ain't mad, pissed off, smacking their damn lips and got an attitude because they got to sit down at the table and eat dinner and talk to their mom and daddy and their sister and their brother. I'm talking about genuine, the genuineness, the love behind that, the
Mhm.
urgency of wanting
That
to
part.
do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That shit is
Yeah.
gone. That shit is lost. That shit is
Well,
over.
yeah. And the mainstream ain't gonna give you that. They're not gonna give you that. So
You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. Oh, and yes, I
and
love Mal
some
Davis too, by the way, Jordan. I do love Mal Davis.
yeah, Mal
He
Davis.
acts
Oh
as
man, I love Mal
yeah.
Davis. Mal
Yeah, he
Davis
acts as
is
if we like
is
Mal Davis.
oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I love
Billie
Mal Davis, you know
Holiday,
what I'm
Mal
saying? With
Davis,
his drug doing
man.
ass. I love Mal Davis.
Yeah. And I love the
Yeah.
oldies, man. I love the
Jordan
oldies,
says,
man.
and he's yeah, facts. Jordan says, and these new artists want the money to go viral over creative and artistic motives to create an inspired classic for generations. But you're right, Bearded.
Mm,
Yeah. So, and guess what? That shit don't even be generational music.
mm-mm.
It don't. Sean Nicola says, "Hey, sorry, but I don't." So he said, "But I don't social media. I socialize." Hey, that's facts. See, and that's another
That
thing
right
too.
there. That's a
Yeah,
bar right there. That's a
yeah,
jewel
yeah.
right there.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
Major
that.
salutes. Major
Yeah,
salutes for that one.
that shit too. That shit too. You know what I'm saying? He
Man.
said, "I don't social media. I socialize." You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Matter of fact, so we almost out the way since he said it. Phrase of the day by Sean the Accord Lord, brought to you by Bearded Conversation. He says, "Hey, sorry, but I don't social media. I socialize." That was dope. Sorry, but I don't social media. I socialize. That was dope. That was dope. That was
Right.
dope, Sean. I like the way you put that in there. He said, "Got to shut down. It's for the night. Love y'all. For real, stay up and stay you." Most definitely, man. It is about that time, man. We supposed to be in the end of the better at 11 o'clock. See,
Oh
that's why I
man,
love
word.
this, bro. Listen, That's why I love this, bro. I love coming on, talking to people with like-minded individuals. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, man, for coming up on it. You kept the conversation going. Jordan, you in the chat. Sean, you in the chat. Miss CC, man, the back and forth, the engagement. That's the type of shit that I like to bring, man. That's the type of shit that I like, you know what I'm saying, to get going. And me, the type of person I am, man, listen, I might not be able to get a chance to meet all y'all, but everybody that's rocking with the family, man, over here, man, you know what I'm saying? I done met half, I done got out, except for my peoples overseas, though. But when I go other states, man, I let people know, man, look, I'm in your state, I'm in your town, I'm in your city, how many hours I'm out away. I ride down on motherfuckers to check them out and build with them, man. Let motherfuckers know, you know what I'm saying? What you see on the screen, shit, that's what you get right here. You know what I'm talking about? Facts all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? But that was a boss shine on the way out the door, man. We appreciate you. But
No
since it
doubt,
is
no doubt.
36, man, and it is about that time, you know what I'm saying? I like to let my panelists, man, close us out with a few words of inspiration or something they want to tell the people. So since you're the only one on the panel, Ray 636, you know
Mm.
what time it is, baby. Tell the people something good, man. Tell them something you want to hear, and let's get on up out of here.
Well, I'm gonna say this. Appreciate having me up. It's been a minute since I've been on the panel to talk and speak anything, man. But I'm just gonna say, like my mother told me growing up, you know what I mean? Stay true to yourself and question everything. You know what I'm saying? And that's about it. Stay true to yourself and just question everything.
Yeah, that's fact. Bad conduct says we eat at the table every night as a fam. I
Mm.
used to, but my daughter's off in college. My boys is 19. They work and go to college as well. So it's kind of hard to get us all in the same spot. You know what I'm saying? But we like man, we throw parties, we throw events in this. By being so many of us, man, shit, we always sitting down together. Shit, I no bullshit. Like it's just so many of us, and everybody birthday coming up and doing this, doing that. We always together. We always sit down and eat and have dinner, man. Even when my kids were shorties, man, that's just something that my mom always had us, me, my brothers and my sisters, we always sat down at the table together and ate. Wasn't no you in your room playing the game, you over here, you doing this. Nah, it wasn't none of that. We always did that. So, those were some of the things that, I tried to do with my kids and instill in mine. So I'm glad they ain't got no kid because I don't want to be no granddaddy because I ain't watching no damn kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to be running around chasing no motherfucker telling them to sit down at no dinner table right now. Give me about 10, 15 more years, then I'll be cool.
I ain't ready for the overalls, man. The little stripe, little joints that go up to hold the pants. And you got to wear over. I ain't ready for the granddaddy fit yet. So you
Yeah,
know
I
what I
ain't
mean?
ready for that. Yeah, me neither, man. Yeah. Hey, but like
I
my
ain't ready.
homie Roscoe would say, man, if he was here, man, if ain't nobody told y'all tonight that they love you, man, we love you here on Bearded Conversation. And I'm gonna leave you guys how I came to you. Let's keep everyone in our thoughts, our prayers, our views, and meditations. Again, let's keep everyone in our thoughts, our prayers, our views, and meditations. One last time. Let's keep everyone in our thoughts, our prayers, our views, and meditations. And don't forget those 5 key components of life, y'all. That's love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration. That's love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration. And I know y'all get tired of me repeating, but I'm gonna repeat it 3 times every goddamn night. For those in the back that didn't hear me because y'all was doing something, being hard headed, you wasn't listening. That's love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration. And like I say, we're gonna E40 that thing and sprinkle a little support on top because a little support go a long, 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 long way, y'all. With that being said, man, all superheroes don't wear capes, but they still need their theme music. So with that being said, to all my beautiful people, all my superheroes, and all my Buildonians, we out, y'all.
Peace.
Peace, peace, peace. Ray 636 in the building tonight. Rocking out with your boy, man. Hey, big ups to Ray 636, y'all, man, for being in the building on the panel with your boy, man. I love that. Good discussion, good build, man. Good composure, man. I love the intellectual discourse and dialogue that we had. Big ups to Jordan for hitting the chat tonight. Sean, man, you know you one of the best moderators in the game, man. Big ups to you, man, for being in the panel with the engagement. CC, Queen Goddess, you know I love you. And everybody else that joined the stream, man. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to share the stream, man. Listen, we love y'all here, man. Y'all always welcome to come on in the building, man, and be part of the family. Y'all know what it is, man. Every Monday through Thursday, man, Bearded Conversation. Every Friday, Bearded Studios. Every Saturday, Bad TV. and every Sunday, Bearded Tabernacle, man. Let's get it. Let's be a family. Let's grow. Let's build. Let's get them hammers, them nails, that wood, and that steel, man, and let's start rebuilding our villages and our communities. And let's get back to being the Nasuts, the kings, the queens that we know we can be, y'all. With that being said, man, like Roscoe say, don't meet us here, beat us here, y'all. Same black time, same black channel. Talk black to me, y'all.
Get paid. Champagne and bubble bath. That is all fantasy. Niggas rather hear where the fuck you been or what it is you gon' be. See, real, no real. And this is not
for the motherfucking fake. This ain't the radio station. And no one here hates. Hey, big shout out to my residential Dominican from the Dominican Republic, y'all. My boy, your boy, our boy, Cito boy. Cito.
But you gon' be okay. We here to brighten up your day. From the first day of June
to the last day of May, y'all.
Shit, I'm a nigga beard.
Shout me out, shout me out.
Now we having conversation. Real niggas do real things. Cause this is celebration. Yeah.
Hey, man. Big ups to Ray 36, man. Big ups to Hurricane, man. Big ups to Miss Vanna Black. Oh, man. Peace and blessings to everybody in the building tonight, man. Y'all know what it is. Don't forget to patronize those 5 melanated businesses located right here in Chicago. Lynn Chicago Pizza, Dan Soul Food and Bakery, Cafe where grown folks play, Urban Lust Cafe, and the House of Health and Wellness, y'all. Hey, and y'all know what I like to say on the way out the door. Those that fuck with us. Those that don't, fuck with us anyway, y'all. Hey, and don't forget, when we come together, may we always meet on a level. Once we're in each other's presence, may we always be humble and plumb. And when we leave each other's presence, may we always part on the square. With that being said, man, make sure y'all tune in and tap in tomorrow at 9 for Thumping Thursday, y'all. We gonna find something to thump on. If not, shit, we still gonna have a productive dialogue. With that being said, man, peace and blessings to the chat. I love y'all. Peace. Until tomorrow, y'all. Miss CC, get your shit together. Wednesdays. Peace.